What up, what up, what up, ICL? We are back on a Wednesday here, JDZ's favorite day to do the ICL. I gotta say, I'm more of a Tuesday Andy, but Wednesdays go hard. Tuesdays, my team play. Wednesdays, I get a little break to just watch and enjoy everything. We're still doing Infinity. It's Infinity Week, and we have some high octane action coming from every single team in Division B today, so you get a little bit of a taste of everything. But first off, we're gonna have Hamza versus Clara, a absolute battle between two titans. Here with me, of course, as always, the #1 man in the booth, in production as well. And some are saying best hair in the game. We've got,
I don't know.
We're going strand for strand. We're going lock for lock.
I think you got me. Your curls are top tier.
They're very curly and bouncy today. I feel like a little orphan Annie. You know, it's the good ship lollipop. Does she sing that? I don't know.
Yes, that was just
yeah.
It's a hard knock life for us. But we're starting off with probably the teams that we're gonna jump back to, or at least like get highlights from, because this is the slugfest, right? This is 6th place Luxury, and just to note, top 6 cut, right? So if you want to get in there on the cusp of making the top cut, Sunflower Illumineers 7th place, 25 points with Luxury. 23 points for Sunflower Illumineers. Ooh. So, this game's for the playoff. They don't just need a clean win, though, because if Luxury can get 3 points, they go up to 28. So if they get 1 win with each, but if they only get 1 win with each, that means Sunflower gets 6, and that would put them at 29. So if Luxury wins 1 and wins another game on the side, I think they're going to take it. But if Sunflower is able to, get out there and win a bunch of these games, they're securing a spot in the top cut. I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's really interesting how the brackets are shaking out here. I like the way that we're doing it. It feels like everybody is fighting for their right to make it into that top cut. I think that almost every team in Division A we're alive here close to the end, other than like maybe one. There's a couple in Division B that are they're out. They got no shot, I don't think. But
actually,
it's very close.
It's only sadly my team in Division B.
Okay.
More teams in Division B are actually
with
yeah.
So okay, so 2 Flower teams will be duking it out tonight with Luxury, with Freedom. I don't know, man. It's going to be tight.
So there's a world that Flower Farm shuts out ETB and jumps Luxury, and Sunflower Illumineers. My brain was like, you already said Flower. That was the other team, but there's 2 Flower teams.
We're growing out here all the time. In the ICL, we're growing literally, figuratively, as players, as people, and as flowers, because there are 2 Flower teams in Division number B. But as it stands, number B, letter B, number 2, as it stands, number 1 is Enter the Battlefield with 33 points, Restand at 32 points, NvrShift at 30, the Loungers at 29, Freedom at 27, Luxury at 25, Sunflower at 23, Flower Farm at 23, and Maelstrom at 19.
We had a real bad season. We lost a lot of the matchup decisions. What's wrong with my mic? Is my mic too loud? Too quiet, JDZ? But yeah, it did not go in our favor. We also had to forfeit 1 week due to not being able to field players.
Oh, no.
Which didn't feel good, and like it's never good because it just gives points to another team, which knocks us even farther back. But hopefully next season we'll be able to do that, be able to secure a spot.
Yeah, Maelstrom has got to turn the ship around here. You know, every season we're talking about Hey, Maelstrom is one of the teams to look out for. You guys got to shake something off, shake something loose.
We gotta make everyone else look good.
You're one of the most stacked teams in the ICL for sure. So we'll see what happens next season. But here in round number 2, we have Mark Miller from NvrShift going up against the number 1 lounger, Braden, the lounger arbiter, some would say. But Mark Miller here, first place SSG, Jafar Case Tourney, top 4 SSG, Arcasia's Island Case Tourney, top 32 twice at CCS main events, which is pretty amazing. Braden's got some pretty good finishes as well on his side.
Sorry, I'm discovering that even if it's a different scene, if it's in a folder, but it's a different scene, but the same thing, like I duplicated our scene, but I changed the folder, it still changed it on the other scene, which I did not expect it to. So if you were wondering why logos were flopping everywhere, sorry for interrupting you there.
No, you're good. Braden also some great finishes here, top 32 in Dallas, top 4 in the Ink Invitational, was invited to that before it became the Open. So really good showing there. 25 plus set championship top cuts, number 1 ranked bad take haver 2 years running. I think JDZ and I might take that spot from you this year, Braden. I don't know. We'll see. We've had some terrible takes on This Is Not a Podcast this year.
What's your worst take so far?
Our worst take thus far has been just being completely wrong on the Headless Horseman. Just completely missed the boat on that. Just did not see the vision, and that's our bad. That
happens. It happens sometimes. It does take a lot to line up, but when it's Headless Horseman is good, it's just like, crazy. Oh, I didn't expect it to cause like a level up, right? It's like all of a sudden my Diablo's hitting for 3 and it was a 0-1.
Yeah. If you're able to hit like a Vincenzo that just came out and knock something out of yours, there's no better feeling. Of course, like hitting a Genie on your turn 5 when they just played one on turn 4 feels great, but nobody's doing that into Ruby Amethyst. But if you're able to hit a Genie, honestly, most of the time, if you're able to hit anything, it's like, oh, it just feels so good. Now I got a 2-quester on the board. You can challenge a little bit. You always have to be aware of the abilities. So, yeah.
Yeah, it feels amazing onto Genies. It's just like, nice evasiveness there. Like, nice job. Doesn't matter. Just answer, add more lore to the field, and just keep questing out. And it's very frustrating. If they're on the play, though, and they're ramping a Genie on 3, it's still kind of, it doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see the comments about this matchup here? Father versus son.
Yeah. This is... I don't want to say it's a tale as old as time, but how many times have we seen this over and over and over, this kind of thing? The son has got to go up against the father and take the crown. It's just the circle of life. You know, it's nature. It is what it is. And right now, we have hazed Mikey going up against Michael from Freedom Gaming, and it is that the father-son grudge match that everybody has been looking forward to. And I am not casting this match, so I'll be able to sit back, get some popcorn, and enjoy it from the sidelines. But this should be complete and total fireworks. Maybe we pull an audible and we go in and we listen to some of what they got. Maybe there's doing.
I'm just listening to talk smack.
Just listen to them. You know, like here we're gonna listen in. Just for like 30 seconds or something. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I don't. Who do you want to win there? The father or the son?
Ooh, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like every father and son have come to this point at some time. It could be anything, right? For me and my father, it was playing one-on-one basketball in the backyard or at the local park, right? And the first time I beat him, it was over. It was just over, and I never lost again, right? So it just, I don't know.
You never lost again, really?
Never lost again. He lost something. He lost the spark.
His will to live after his boy took him down.
Yeah, and then he could beat up on my younger brothers until eventually they could beat him. But I feel like every father and son has this moment, whether it's Disney Lorcana, whether it's playing basketball at the local park, whether it's darts, golf, Mario Kart. It could be anything. I feel like, and it's gonna happen to you, Luke. It's gonna happen to you. Maybe you're a Fortnite legend or something. One day your son's gonna smoke you on the sticks.
Eventually, my kid's just gonna take me down in Lorcana.
Yeah, that could be it. In a DLC final.
Oof. If only. I think that's like every dad's dream, right?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe the next signing of Team Maelstrom.
Oh man, so a lot of great matches tonight. I cannot wait. Who do you think ETB's gonna stay on top and finish it out in first place?
I've been riding with ETB all season. And is there a bias there? Do I have some merch? Yeah. But they are the defending champs. There's a reason. They're at the top of their division again. Like they just know how to do the ICL. They prep for the ICL, I think, better than any other team does. And you hear that in their post-game interviews. All of their players are at the top of their game. They're so good. They're flexible. They're able to swap decks, swap matchups if they need to. All of their players are very humble. All of that, I think, ties into a winning team formula. And I think if you want to be in the ICL, or if you want to do better in the ICL as a team, you should look at what Enter the Battlefield is doing and try and replicate that success. There's a reason why they're at the top of the division. There's a reason why they're the defending champs. I think they're going to have another great showing tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make another deep run into the playoffs here. But there's a lot of really, really stiff competition. I think maybe this season of the ICL even tougher than the last. So we'll see what they're able to do. But yeah, one of my favorite teams to watch in the ICL, and one of the teams that everybody should be keeping an eye on for sure.
Oh yeah. I had a chance to chat with more ICL players at CCS, and I asked them how much they put into it. And Slab Sharks are actually the opposite. They're just like all vibes. They're not doing that research. They're playing what they like to play, and they're doing insane. So maybe the Slab Sharks are just that amazing, but we'll find out in the playoffs.
Yeah, the Slab Sharks are running purely on vibes, and that's definitely a way to go about it for sure. But I think at the end of the day, the prep of ETB might be the deciding factor in these playoffs. My team has made the playoffs. We don't have that automatic top 8, so we're going to have to fight our way all the way through the top 12. But we are going to take a page out of ETB. Whenever we find out what our matchup is, we're going to be going in, we're going to be doing research, finding out what the players on the other team like to play, try and figure out what the best decks to bring into that matchup are going to be. We're going for this title, so we're going to take it seriously, and I hope every other team in the playoffs does as well. But big shout out to Enter the Battlefield, and of course, number 2 in Division B, Restand, who has had their ups and downs, but some of these weeks have absolutely shown out. And you take a look at their record, 4-3 overall. They are above 2 other teams that are 4-3, which just shows you when they win decisively, and when they lose, it's a lot closer than when these other teams lose. So Restand, they're 4-3 compared to 5-1-1 for ETB, but still another top team here that you need to be on the lookout for. Most definitely, I think these 2 teams are right now looking like they're a little bit head and shoulders above the other competition in this division as it currently stands.
So if we saw the top 2 teams somehow have like it is Infinity Week, right? What if the top 2 teams just don't have the same comeuppance in Infinity, or the meta's shifted and it's just not the way they're going, and then their opponents, that's where like their fingers on the pulse of it, because it is that close of a game that if NvrShift, actually, is NvrShift playing the Lorcana Loungers? Maybe what I'm about to say doesn't even matter. Oh, they are. Well, okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say they could both jump in, but
yep.
There is a world that one of them gets that Restand or ETB does not make the first or second, because it's 30, as you were saying, 33, 32, 30, 29. NvrShift and Lorcana Loungers fighting each other to see which of them can try to jump up into the top spots. But we're going to be popping over to the match here, and they're going to be starting here shortly.
Yeah, really excited to get into this Infinity week. It'll be interesting to see how the teams feel about it after everything is all said and done. Maybe we can play more Infinity in the next season as, well, I don't know when it's starting. I don't know if you know when it's starting. I don't know if there's an announcement, but if it is leading up to, I'm assuming it will be leading up to the Indianapolis DLC, everyone will be focused on Infinity, so it'll be interesting. But we don't want to lose the core constructed experience either, because there will be, of course, other tournaments out there that people will be attending and want to sharpen their skills for. Yeah, we do need to know how many cards are in this deck. I don't want to say anything to spoil that information for the Sunflower Illumineers, but there could be upwards of, we could be reaching critical mass of triple digits. We don't know. Hamza, a player that likes to play a hefty amount over the minimum required.
That doesn't look like that many more. Although he needs to be a little careful with his hand.
Yeah, definitely needs to be watching out for the camera there. I would say people that play in the ICL are pretty trusted. We also have judges keeping a close eye on things, but you definitely don't want to be showing your cards to your opponent, and I don't think there are any cheaters out there in the ICL. But those are something, you know, that's a concern that you have to have
with webcam games in general.
Yeah, so if you're going to show your cards to your opponent, I'd rather you just keep the cards completely off of the camera. I trust you, Hamza.
Yeah, and it's one of the benefits of having the face cam. Sometimes you also get to see their hand up there. You kind of get to see all that. Plus, just watching their facial expressions while playing is so fun.
Yeah, I had my face cam on last night. Not on purpose, but you were like, I'm dropping you in, brother.
It's like if you're gonna mute up and just mute and def up and stay where I can steal your cam feed, I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I at least sent you a message.
That's true. I didn't see it until after, but I was fine with it. Maybe next season we can make it.
Oh, I'm thinking about it.
But highly recommended that you have a second camera just to enhance the feed, as you did during the questing for charity event. As the Great Stone Dragon goes in the Inkwell for Hamza, we see a Strength of Raging Fire for Clara, the questing queen, and a Vortisphere comes down. So we're not exactly sure what either of these decks are just yet, but if I had to make a guess, I would say Hamza is playing Ruby Sapphire and Clara is playing Sapphire Steel, if I had to guess.
I'm probably just gonna say you're right.
As we sail the Azurite Sea, but currently this is a mono Sapphire deck going up against a mono Steel deck as far as we know. But we do find our ramp on 2. Does Clara have it as well, or is she playing not Sapphire?
One of the joys of jumping around on matches, I get to pick what we watch based on matches, if I like the deck lists, instead of just 2 versus 2 teams. So we won't necessarily get tortured with terrible matchups all the time, but I do like a variety of matches as well.
For sure, and I think there are a lot of mirrors in Infinity that I would much rather sit down and watch than mirrors in Core Constructed currently.
You don't want to just watch Blurple versus Blurple all day?
I don't. I love a good Emerald Steel mirror, if I can say that. I don't know, is that a hot take? But like, we saw a lot of it during the DLC season. You experienced a lot of it yourself during your run to the top, as did Zan, who had to play against the great Chris Louis in the finals of that DLC in a mirror match. But one of the more exciting mirrors, I think, in Disney Lorcana's history, as a Sapphire Coil comes down up there with, not to be biased, but Ruby Amethyst mirrors were amazing during the, like sets 4, 5, and 6. Not to be too biased, but they simply were built different. Scrooge McDuck gonna hit the inkwell here, and we do have the Hiram Flaversham, the first Hiram, getting rid of that Fortisphere. Hamza had a pretty weak, anemic turn on his 4 ink there with the Sapphire Coil.
Yeah, sometimes mirror matches can be really fun. Sometimes they can just be tedious. I truly enjoyed Steel Song mirror matches in set 1, and then when Cindy came out, it was not near as fun. But I don't know
Cindy
if that had to do
Storm.
with Cindy or just that Storm and Strength were there, because in set 1 it was more about like you had to manage the amount of Tinkerbells and sword you had, and if you whole new worlded and lost one of those, like you could lose the game. And because like really the game came down to singing 2 sword, grab your sword, and a Tinkerbell to fully wipe their board. And then you could normally win from there. So it was like which player could kind of do that first. And then you had to try to guess to be like, they look like they're prepping for it. I'm just going to pull the trigger on this whole new world. Oh, they discarded 2 grab your sword. We got there. Let's go. And you'd feel all big brained. But that was
Something
when
happened here where
the matches took a
Hamza
lot
had
longer.
to shuffle his deck. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if a judge could send us a message or something just so we know what happened there, but might solve a mystery. Sisu, woo, banish that Hiram. That's a pretty good answer to the toy maker there.
Yeah, it's interesting to see a format where baby Sisu is playable.
Yeah, she's not right now in court.
Yep. It is something that happens in Magic all the time, where there'll be a card that is just a staple in old formats, but in it, like the core set, it just does nothing because there's no support for it.
Yep. It's a cog in a very efficient machine here in Infinity, and the cog doesn't quite fit into anything right now in core constructed. So Sisu, Emboldened Warrior, however, has made an appearance as we are putting the bomb out. She dropped the bomb on me. We're trying to deal a little bit of 3 damage. I like this card in these lists. I think it's pretty cool in Infinity. Something that your Hiram can get rid of, draw cards, and deal damage simultaneously. So a very interesting inclusion there for Clara, but not the most high-powered turn. So each player having a turn that was pretty suboptimal. We'll see if Hamza is able to do something here that's a little bit more powerful going into the 6 ink turn.
I do like that you don't have to pay anything to banish, whereas in like to do the damage once it's banished.
Yeah.
So you can trigger it off the Flaversham. I do like that aspect. I would have
really
not
cool.
been very happy if you had to pay something when it was banished.
Here is Maurice's Workshop plus the Popsicle, a great little combo there. We're going to pay the 1 and draw an additional card. Sisu's going to quest for 1. So now Hamza sitting out with his ultimate draw engine. Who needs Hiram Flaversham when you have Maurice in his Workshop?
Yeah, Workshop makes every Popsicle a Flaversham for 2.
Yep. That's facts, as we're exerting 8 to get a big boy Tamatoa out here. One of the most powerful Sapphire cards ever put to the printing press, in my opinion.
So does Hamza have Ink Lady in a Chair, a Tail classic? As old as, I don't know how the phrase goes.
Tail's
Some
old as
classic
time.
Tail. Tail all this time. Something like a classic? No, that's not it.
He does have a mouse at a desk, though, and will draw a couple cards. I mean, if Hamza's going to show us, we can take a little look. He has a sail. He has a Happy as the Clam, which he puts into the inkwell. For 2, we're going to use that sale, draw an additional card. Right now, that Tamatoa, I mean, not looking the scariest in the world. You can play and activate Dime next turn, but that's going to take all of your ink. Be nice to get a Happy as a Clam out there to quest, get that Dime for free, but Clara thinking, I don't really have anything else to do right here. This is 7, so it is the Dime coming down, and we can go ahead and quest, use the Dime to gain 10 on this turn.
Surprised we're doing it this way. We could have... I guess it depends on how many cards we have in hand. Oh, we don't have another Popsicle in discard. That was a sale. That's why. I was like, we have a Popsicle. I assume we get it back. But no, this makes perfect sense.
That's exerted for the Dime. To draw an additional card here at a later time with the Popsicle. But we can actually do it right now because we have Fishbone Quill.
If we want to ink, which... Yeah. It does not look like we do.
But the Tamatoa looking really scary here. I don't think you can let this thing survive another turn. Hamza needs, I think, to answer it right now. The game could just be over next turn.
What do you think
Clara has a couple items in hand?
What's your best answer to that? Shrinking with a Sisu? A B-Prep? Probably not a B-Prep when you have a Flabbersham in play.
Yeah, I mean, you can't... yeah, you'd have to double ink to shrink. You could brawl it. You could play Little Sisu, yeah, the Daring Visitor as well. You don't necessarily want to be prep right now. Hades is a pretty good answer. Throw that into the inkwell. Interesting to see Hades Infernal Schemer here. We were talking about it a little bit yesterday. Doesn't seem like a card that would see a ton of play in Infinity because there are so many other great options. Maleficent Dragon comes to mind. But what do you think about Hades here in this list?
It's a little bit cheaper. Yep. I would assume that maybe Fishbone Quill is in this list since we're on workshops and it becomes a lot easier. You can just pitch it under the Fishbone Quill or get to it a little bit sooner. I do like it, though.
Yeah.
Kind of interested to see what Claire is going for here. She really needs another mouse. Taking out the small Sisu while also drawing cards just seems very decent right now. As Hamza's Flaversham is just going to continue to get value here, assuming he has another Popsicle or a Tamatoa to buy back some of these items to draw more cards, especially after we destroyed the workshop to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, absolutely. The workshop had to go. The Sapphire Coil being on board, he valued a little bit more. That could be telling as to what is in Hamza's hand. Cards that can take advantage of that Sapphire Coil triggered ability. So that's something that Clara definitely needs to keep in mind. Right now, considering popping this ingenious device here, she would draw a card, I believe, and deal damage on the way out. 2 damage total.
I wonder if you can give Bodyguard to something else. Like to one of your opponent's characters.
Cards, yeah.
Nope, just yours. Let's get him back. Draw some more cards.
Yeah, this Happy as a Clam, I was scratching my head when this card was revealed. I was like, do these item decks need this?
Do they need this?
Like,
are they already annoying?
And then when they lost Hiram, Tamatoa plus Carpet Bag was just like, this is the same
Good
thing,
enough.
basically. Which is interesting. I do think that that's something we're missing right now in Core Constructed as a second Sapphire Coil comes down. So if we ink, we can get rid of this Tamatoa pretty easily, like we said last turn with the various options that Hamza would have. But something that I think is lacking currently in Core Constructed, we might get a Shift Sisu here, and we do.
Oof.
And that will banish the Tamatoa and can quest for a Mighty 6 on this turn. If we would like, we're going to draw 2 off the Hiram, getting rid of a Sapphire Coil. But getting back to the point that I've been trying to make for the past 2 minutes, do these other ink colors need more draw power? In the first 4 sets, they printed so many high power draw engines in basically every single color other than Ruby and Steel. And even Steel had a whole new world, right? So you had Doc, you had Rapunzel for Amber, you had Diablo for Emerald, as well as Clarabelle. Obviously, the Sapphire cards could take advantage of all these items, item recursion. Basically, every color combination could have a full hand and keep a full hand if they built and sequenced their draw engines properly. Now, it kind of feels like if you're not playing Amethyst, you don't get to draw cards. Do you think that there should be more cards
feel that way.
in other ink combinations like we had in the first 4 or 5 sets that allow you to draw more cards outside of Amethyst? I think that
I agree.
It's too tied to that singular color when it is such an important aspect of trading card games, being able to draw cards and fill your hand.
It just, I know that you don't play Rockstar because then you would know that Amber also draws cards.
Yeah, that's okay. You got me there, but I don't think anybody plays Rockstar Stitch right now.
No, they
except
don't.
For you.
just me, and I don't even play it very well. Steel has a little bit of card draw, but not very much. It has Doc and Goliath, but it's not enough. Amethyst's card draw is just absurd.
Yeah.
I don't like an identity, one of the color identities, to be draw cards. I want that to be spread everywhere.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm fine with one color's identity being we don't draw cards. That's fine if it's one.
Yeah. Ruby, which can only draw cards in the most convoluted. Like you have to build.
You don't even have those anymore, right?
You have to have like a. Well, we have the shift Queen of Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that
used to
card's
have Dinner
so
Bell.
Unplayable, right? Like, it's tough to get that as a consistent draw engine. Maybe you'll draw 1 or 2. You have David Xanatos, but it's always like challenge. And David Xanatos is, if one of my cards is banished, I get to draw a card. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So it's like Hiram, but you're getting rid of characters and you're only drawing 1, and your characters are way more valuable on the board than a 1-cost item ever could be, and you can easily recur those with things like Tamatoa. So yeah, I would hope in the upcoming sets that we get more card draw in other color combinations, just to make things
Would
a
you
little bit
believe
more
me
fair and balanced.
if I told you one of these David Xanatoses was in Hamza's deck?
No. I wouldn't believe you. I thought about it for a second. Maybe it is, but I would.
Ooh, Hideaway!
Hideaway is making an appearance. We are going to get rid of that lucky dime. Going into the Inkwell, I thought that was Clara's deck for a second. That Inkwell is so high. I see the chat talking about medallion weights being great with Demona. That's another card that's pretty good, but again, pretty convoluted, not super reliable.
I like that card so much. I wish it was better than it was.
Requires your opponent to have cards to challenge into.
Yep.
They could be playing a bunch of evasives. You might not be able to challenge them at all. So again, there are ways in Ruby to draw cards. None of them are great.
If you didn't have to pay 2, you could use it with Demona. But the fact that you have to have 8 ink to even use it with Demona is brutal.
We're going to shift Sisu on shift Sisu. I heard you like a Sisu, so we put a Sisu on your Sisu. On your Sisu. That's a triple stack of Sisus as we are going to banish and quest. It looks like Hamza has taken the absolute driver's seat here. Getting rid of that lucky dime was huge, because if Clara was able to drop a Tamatoa on this turn, I think the game would have just been over. So Hideaway coming in absolutely clutch for Hamza.
Although, I mean, if Hamza has a dime, then the game is over. If Hamza doesn't have a dime, Clara has an answer to the in-play Sisu.
Yep.
Could maybe throw more stuff down and sneak another diamond, or play a giant crab and answer and hope there's not a dime.
Yeah, Clara definitely has ways out of this. This game is not completely out of reach for her. She has been put in a pretty tough spot right now by this Ruby Sapphire items deck, but it's not insurmountable. She has basically infinite ink to work with here, so we're going to go for 2. We are going to pop the Ingenious Device here.
Take out that pesky Sisu.
We will remove 3 cards on the opposite side of the board and draw 1, so I'd call that value. Chicha going into the discard pile there.
It is not the turn for Chicha.
Might solve a mystery. Let's see if we can solve a mystery here. We're going to go take a look, and this is the card of choice for the Sapphire players here in Infinity. We find Tamatoa, happy as a clam, and a popsicle.
Pretty good. Giant, be our guest.
Yep, we saw people playing it last night in their Sapphire decks. It's basically the only new card that has seen any play here in Ruby Sapphire, at least. But Clara playing Ink Runner, the Ingenious Device, and Might Solve a Mystery. So really leaning into some of the new powerful cards, mixing them with some old favorites, which I absolutely love to see. If we could get another Lucky Dime down, that would be great. But a lot of these decks only play 1 at a time. I've never been an items control player, so you can let me know if I'm wrong. But I just don't want to risk it if my win condition a lot of the time is just dime, Tamatoa, bunch of items on board. Maybe if I lose it to a hideaway, it's tough to get over the finish line, especially in control mirrors. So I don't know. I'd probably play it safe and play 2,
have
but
the dime?
I'm probably bad.
Dime?
Is it dime time?
Dime.
It
Dime.
is.
All right.
And that is game going to Hamza, and a brisk 20 minutes.
Brisk.
Yeah.
Brisk. I felt it would have been easy to understand, like easy to predict if I only picked aggro matchups, but like part of me was like, just pick the aggro matchups and then we get to watch that and then go and finish, like jump into another matchup as they're starting game 2.
That's what happened last night with me. Quick 10-minute match into a control game.
It might have been one of the reasons we picked you. That I also was like, we gotta watch Garrick play. Come on.
Yeah.
Favoritism.
I agree. Gotta watch me, especially when I am not losing. Every single time I've been on cam, I've won in an official capacity. We don't talk about that exhibition match that I lost to. No, I'm not. But that was a long time ago in a galaxy far away.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Exactly. That was an exhibition. Didn't even count. So we are here in the future, and we have Blurple sleeves, but no Blurple deck. It is the Sapphire Steel versus the Ruby Sapphire items. Both items builds. Who do you favor in this matchup? We just saw the Ruby Sapphire deck win, but if Hamza didn't have those quick answers to that Tamatoa and that dime, things could have been over really quickly.
Think Clara started off doing quite well, and then like she just like stumbled a few times. Like her first Flaversham was answered, and she didn't play another one. She didn't like chain multiple Tamatoas to make them be answered. She had 1 or 2, but not really enough, and they were kind of late. Whereas if she had the Chicha, then the Flaversham, then all of a sudden a Brawl's not enough, a single Sisu's not enough.
Who are we voting for, chat? Get your predictions in now. The predictions were popping off yesterday, and I lost 24K. I'm ruined. Luke dragged me out back into an alley and beat me within an inch of my life. I owe him many channel
all
points.
those channel points. Got to pay up. Got to pay up. I mean, how am I going to make myself do squats if there's no channel points to be spent?
Exactly. So I've gained some more over watching last night and starting here from the start of the stream. So I've bet the farm on Clara to get a dub here because it looks like most people are favoring Hamza to take the win. So I might be in the money if Clara can win. Of course, this is not
the money,
gambling.
quote unquote,
it's
imaginary fun
points.
points.
Yes. It's points that you can use to make Wonderland do squats, which is fun. But that's pretty much all you can buy with it.
Yeah. I will be adding the ability to do things on stream while we watch, but to find some that are not overly intrusive and annoying is a challenge.
Like that just kind of ruined the vibes. She's like, oh, this guy is forcing me to change the deck that I'm playing in the middle of the stream when I'm trying to test. Sorry, buddy, you got to play puppies now. No, not dogs, puppies. Get the puppies out and play them. Here we are ramping on to for Clara. We saw a Maui Hero to All, one of my favorite cards in the history of Disney Lorcana, going to the Inkwell for Hamza. Let's see what we ink for our second ink of the turn, a Tamatoa. Do we have an item to play? No Popsicle coming out. So if you have the Hiram in hand, it's not something that you can take advantage of on the next turn. And this deck doesn't play something like Grandma Tala. What you want to be doing is playing that Hiram on 4 and popping an item that you played on 1 or 3. So right now, Clara looking a bit behind. We will see if Hamza is able to take advantage of that, but also notably does not have the Hiram on 3 here.
She needs to Chicha, play another 2-cost ramp, and then play Fortisphere or Popsicle. Draw a bunch of cards.
Clara must have joined the Church of Sky playing the Chicha because I believe
he's on Cindy's now.
Oh, really? In Infinity?
Yep.
He has betrayed the pregnant mother, and I will never forgive him.
I know, that's what I said.
Fishbone Quill comes down. Who is Cinderella compared to Chicha? Come on.
Just a little brat.
Yeah, one of the most famous Disney characters. Has a giant castle that Walt Disney World is known for. The glass slipper might as well be the princess. But Chicha is Chicha. Be real.
I'm pretty sure the story is that her dad got lucky and married some rich lady, and then she didn't want to take care of his kids, so she just had her do some chores, just clean up after herself around the house, and she couldn't handle it. Was a very snobby, stuck-up child who didn't think she had to pull her own weight around the house, and who was talking to animals all day. I mean, come on.
Yeah, palling around with mice and rats in the house. Yeah, what are we doing?
That's so you can't have that around our food. Come on.
Meanwhile, Pacha is going on adventures with llamas. Here we do find the Hiram. Chicha is taking care of the house, taking care of 2 kids while pregnant, keeping things in order, keeping the house in order. She's a saint, and I'll never say a bad word about her, as we are going to get Chicha down onto the board.
Let's go!
We're gonna ink, and we're going to draw. Shout out.
And we finally hit one of our pops as well.
Yes,
one of our cheaper
Luke
ones.
Is a Lady Tremaine apologist. If you go back and watch, I think it was the first one that Team Maelstrom uploaded on their channel. Luke had made a comment about the deck that he was bringing to Day 1 deck lists, and he was saying he was trying to ruin everybody's fun. And I made a little edit where he was Lady Tremaine locking Cinderella into her room. So it's appropriate as Sisu, Daring Visitor, comes down and banishes the toy maker.
Poor Flaversham. But
yeah, he's getting hit with that Sisu 1-2 combo all day, every day, as Hamza is establishing a pretty good board here full of items, but Clara does have a pretty good draw engine on the board in the form of the Chicha plus Fishbone Quill.
Yeah, we want to be inking twice a turn, every turn for the rest of the game if we can. But we have to have the card draw velocity to maintain that. Chicha's going to help with that. But if we can play a second, like if we go Chicha, ink, like, ooh, it'll be hard to do, but would be amazing.
We're going to Fishbone Quill before a regular old ink here, and we can keep that ink a secret. I love Fishbone Quill.
Aware of Shift Sisu now, though.
We are going to ink another Fishbone Quill. If you are an aspiring items player and you want to play Fishbone Quill, keep in mind, if you'd like to keep some hidden information from your opponent, inking some high value card or something they don't want you to know that you got rid of with the Fishbone Quill is the way to go about it. And then throw the other Fishbone Quill. I don't care if you know if I ink this or not. I only need one.
But you cannot let them know that you inked a dime.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of dime, we're going to dime here and use it on the Chicha to gain one. Yeah, I was about to say, if a hideaway is sitting locked and loaded for a Hamza, that lucky dime feels pretty bad to play here. But Clara could potentially have nothing better to do, as a Hiram is going to come down on the side of Hamza and draw him 2 cards off a popsicle.
I know they've been playing some Alice's as well.
Yeah, we saw that last night. Played in the final match, I believe. And we are going to get a quick quest for 2 in here. Now, there is a Sapphire Coil established, so if Clara is going to drop something like a Tamatoa, she needs to be aware that a Sisuing could happen to her, as we're going to go for 4. We could see a Toymaker. No, it is a Scrooge who will be looking for another item. And what was really funny about the Tamatoa and the Scrooge being revealed is, like, we're gonna, not either would be an issue. Both in the same set?
Both at the same time. They're like, you thought Ariel was annoying. Let's make it bigger.
Yeah, and better. Because there are so many items in these item lists. Like, Scrooge never misses. Ariel always misses.
I've missed around the same amount with both. Well, I mean, percentage-wise, I think. There's another Chicha.
There's your second Chicha. You were talking about it. And we can double ink here still. Bell going to the inkwell, a secret ink going in. Let's draw 2. Love to see that. Of course, a Shift Sisu here be pretty tough to deal with, but we are assembling a ton of different items. We need to start getting some lore onto the board, though, so our Tamatoa becomes even scarier.
Question is, do you quest with your lone Chicha? Or is it worth the risk of them not having it?
I don't want to risk it. If they get banished, it's whatever. But, like, if I just give it for free and they don't have, it's just 1 lore. I don't need
you still have a Chicha.
I don't think the 1 lore is going to make that. Yeah, but like you said, having the 2 is so much better because you can just trade 2 cards for 2 every turn. And then you also get plus on the ink. Like, if there's just things in your hand that you just want to get rid of, cycle, and keep things moving, get to your high value stuff, having the double Chicha, I think, is more worth than having 1 extra lore.
Well, yes.
But I could be wrong.
Yes. The gamble is whether or not you think they just always have the board wipe.
Right, right.
And we're in a bad spot if they have it. That's a
Hiram
Flaversham.
Well,
so rich Hamza is to just ink Flavershams.
The greed. You know, the Infinity card for Infinity Weekend should have been Hiram Flaversham. Full art Hiram. Whoa! Whoa! Hold on. We have a spooky sight sighting. Interesting. Interesting. I actually really like that. I think the aggro decks in this format are so insane that if you can just get to a spooky site, it's a turn before a Be Prepared. It can't be grabbed by Ursula Deceiver. I like it.
You have so many cards that Mowgli's going to hit.
Yeah.
If only Chicha saw herself go into the inkwell.
Oh, draw
So
two
you
on
draw
your opponent's
two.
turn.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. As we are
playing
another free Scrooge. I thought for a second we were banishing those popsicles to play a Happy as a Clam, but here we find another popsicle. Love to assemble those popsicles. When I was trying to learn how to play these decks, going to the school of Sailor, getting my sailor's license. I don't know if that's is that a thing? I got my sailor's license last week. Shout out Olivia Rodrigo. Anyway, Sailor was always talking about the first popsicle. That's the most important, and you can kind of ink the ones after. But in this Sapphire Steel items deck, you don't really want to get rid of too many of those popsicles because they're just so valuable for that big old Tamatoa as we see on the board right now.
Your combo deck.
And it is going to gain a ton of lore. Yeah, Tinkerbell is really interesting in this list as well. I wonder how many she might be running, but we do have enough ink for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lore. Not bad.
Be prepared to go to game 3. If you don't have a Be Prepared or a Dragon, that is a lot of lore.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I was gonna say Hideaway is pretty good, but then it's like, yeah, you have to get rid of the clam because the big crab can just quest for game. We're gonna look for something. Draw 2 off of Hiram here. We need a B prep or bust. I guess like Dragonfire or Maleficent would also be fine, but I like saying B prep or bust.
I mean, we could just ink and play Lady Tremaine. They're not Lady Tremaine. Lady Medusa. Lady Medusa. Lady Medusa.
Yeah, Medusa. We do target there. Oh. Okay. So we could have a Brawl situation or a Sisu situation here. Because we did ink once, target the Tamatoa, taking him down to 3. Target again, take him down to 1, and does get hit by the Daring Visitor.
You'll 1-2 ink punch.
Mm-hmm. And that is a play that you can do in Core Constructed. I don't
know. It very much is.
It's something you can do. You will have 0 cards in hand afterwards because you don't have Hiram Flaversham to draw you 2 more after doing so.
You have Wardrobe, bro. You have Wardrobe.
Or that one guy that's Hiram Flaversham at home that draws 1 card.
One for each. It's a 1-2. Manasur.
Not a 1-6. Who needs that when you can have a 1-2 that does half the work? Here is another Scrooge McDuck coming down onto the board. What do you guys think of my Scottish there? Rated out of 10 in the chat.
Scrooge McDuck is the best card name to say in the game.
It is. I love saying Scrooge McDuck. We are going to find another popsicle. So that is 4 pops. Pop, pop, pop. Watch a Ruby Sapphire deck drop. As we are... don't tell me we're going for another Scrooge. Another free Scrooge. Scrooge is on sale. Unless we're exerting these for the Scrooge we just played.
I don't know. Rolling R's is just fun. It's Scrooge. See, she agrees.
So it looks like we used the ink. Which is completely fine in this economy to play the character and then decide whether you're going to exert one or the other after. I think it's completely fine. I think it makes that big of a difference one way or the other. We're going to pop a popsicle. Do we have... No, we're going to pop 2, so we're probably going to play Happy as a Clam here and get those back. 6 ink, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And we can get a quest for 2, dime for 2, go up
She
to
has so much ink.
16 on this turn. Popsicle draw. How many cards are left in this deck? She's drawn so many. Off the Chichas, all the Popsicles. Hiram as well. Tamatoa's getting back the Popsicles. Plus the Scrooges each drawing 1 card themselves when they come down. Bell going into the Inkwell, and we are going to activate the dime. Surely we are getting a quick quest in for 2, going up to 16. Again, putting Hamza on the find and answer or take this L. Because right now, you'd have to run all your characters into a singular Scrooge, find an answer for Tamatoa, and then game is not over on board.
Dozens of things. Like answer the dime, answer the characters, and gain 13 lore. Easy peasy. We got this.
Right now, be prepared would look pretty good.
Or somehow ink. Haha. See what I... Yeah. So we inked a couple times and then shifted a Sisu and played a hideaway, but we need a hideaway for that dime.
Yeah, dime's got to go. You're at the point where right now it's too scary a proposition. 16 lore with a dime out is too scary. It's like when you're playing against Ruby Amethyst and they're at 15, you see a goat come down and then they bounce it. You're like, I better win now or I'll lose next turn.
Nightmares. Goat mares. And we're drawing more cards. So we didn't even get to shrinks.
Find something.
I don't know if B-Prep's even in this list.
Might not be. I mean, a lot of the decks are just cutting it entirely because you have the 4 Sisus with the coils. Sometimes just feels more than enough. But 1 B-Prep in the back pocket can't be bad. As we need to do something here, Hamza, because we're running out of time.
Yeah. And they're playing each other here, but each game does matter. So Hamza's already taken 1. So for those keeping track, we're at 26 to 23, a 3-game split. So Queen needs to win this game, and then
hopefully don't
combo win the next one to take it.
We're inking a Scrooge McDuck. We're gonna quest for a 2 spot, and
there's
there is
the
be prepared. So that is something that we definitely
be prepared. I haven't sang that forever.
On the line. Where is he at? That is gonna stall things a little bit. If we have the big Tammy, just flash that thing and let's keep it moving. Doesn't look like we do. We do have a Chicha, however, with a Fishbone Quill still available to us. Strength of Raging Fire, useless. Put that into the Inkwell. Let's ink something else here and draw 1. Is it Tamatoa?
Nope.
Nope, we're going to activate Dime onto the Chicha, unfortunately, for Clara, but it is still something that Hamza needs to answer, and now putting a clock on his opponent with a Sisu that quests for 3, and a Lucky Dime could turn that all the way up to 6. If you can get some more questing power on the board this turn, pretty good. And we do.
So, do we have 15 ink? Can we go dime, activate, shift Sisu, win? I don't think that's 15 ink.
Doesn't look like 15. If I had to guess, I'd say it's 13.
Exactly 1 away from being able to get to.
Yeah.
Fire the cannons.
Just a guess. Fire the cannons on little or big? Little.
Little one.
The little one is going to hit the discard pile. Clara is passing. She has no characters.
Oh,
no.
It's going to be down to this last top deck for Clara. Can she hit something that quests for 3 or more, which I think is just the Tamatoa?
Hiram off the top would be pretty good to dig deeper into the deck. I don't think I've seen anything like Vision of the Future or develop.
You called that one right there.
Vision of the Future. I saw it in my mind's eye. Call me Doctor Strange. We do find one that we like. Oh, that might just be game. Hideaway onto the dime.
Oh,
and
my.
quest for 3. That might just be all she wrote. As we are going to look, please tell me she didn't find the Tamatoa. I would cry.
So heartbreaking.
Oh, didn't
Spooky
have
sight.
it. Pete, spooky sight, strength, just running into the cards you don't want to see at the end of the game. And Hamza able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat and steal 890 points from me. And I was looking at a big payday because everybody bet on Hamza, but that's okay. Clara put up a great fight. Can end up just getting the big combo there. Are we going to go into the interview booth, or are we moving on to another game?
We're going to do these interviews.
Are going to go to the interview booth, so I will head over there right away.
All right, Hamza. I think the first question we have to ask is, did you have a David Xanatos in your deck?
Oh, whoa. He did have it.
I'm sorry, I had you muted for 1 second. Can you repeat that for the crowd?
I did.
And, yeah, Garrick.
Wow.
You didn't think he would.
Listen, Luke asked me if I forget the exact question. I was like, "There's no way. There's no David Xanatos in this deck. There's just no shot." But that's interesting. I want to hear why the David Xanatos is in there. Why do you like this card in the Infinity format in your specific build?
Sure. I think it's primarily just to rush sharks. It helps a lot while doing so. My build is I do run shark. They did not see it at all. I just inked it every single time. But I think it's a free card draw essentially sometimes when you're just like throwing stuff into like aggro, which I'm a big fan of. And then also because of its rush ability, it just helps open up a lot of the times where I just need to destroy something immediately. It's a 6-drop, it's just another shark because I'm only on 3 sharks.
Okay, interesting. Your deck is doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's doing everything, which is really interesting. You had some cool tech cards in there.
Chat wants to know how many cards are in your deck, Hamza.
The bet that I lost to your teammate states I cannot play 72, so I'm picking 66.
67?
66.
Oh, 66, 67, close.
You had to avoid the meme, and I respect avoiding the meme 100%. But one of the tech cards that you did have in there that did a decent amount of work, Spooky Sight, another one that we saw being the Hideaway, which was absolutely clutch in both games. How many Hideaways are you running?
1.
Just the one. Found them.
Just the one. 1 Spooky Sight and 1 Hideaway. I'd love to go up to 2. With the advent of like Blue Steel, I think it's definitely necessary. Right now I was like, I have Shark. I'll take 1 and see if I can get it again.
Yeah, that makes sense. But on Clara's side, really interesting build coming from you playing a lot of the new cards. We saw Ink Runner. We did see Spooky Sight as well. Ingenious Device. You were so close. We were waiting for that other big Tamatoa to show up at the final hour, like Gandalf in Return of the King, and bring you the victory, but weren't able to find it. Had no characters in the hand. But talk us through the Sapphire Steel versus Ruby Sapphire matchup. How do you feel about it? These are like 2 titans going up against each other, it seems.
Yeah, it's two control decks trying to do essentially the same things in different ways.
Hmm.
So interesting way is thing is my opponent on Ruby Saf needs to have Tamatoa and then can bring like Lucky Dime at any moment, and I can't do as much damage on Tamatoa as my opponent can do on my Tamatoa. So I need to do the reverse, play the dime first, and then play characters to just instantly gain lore. Um, Otherwise, I believe the combo package with the items is much stronger. So normally you wouldn't brick like I did in game two, having no items turn one and two. That
Yeah.
that did hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. Not being able to find those was tough. We were talking about it during the match. You want to be able to find that item when you're ramping to 4 so you can start your Hiram engine and just keep things pushing and keep things moving. But as far as dimes go, I know most players are probably just playing the one. Are you on one, or you have the secret backup dime, the second dime in the deck, or is it just the one?
I have two.
Two,
Ooh.
yeah. So I like that. I was saying I think two is the way to go, just in case something in case a hideaway comes
Oh yeah.
out. You need, you might need the second one, which is explains a lot why you played the dime really early in the second game, because you knew you could find another one if it got hit with a hideaway. Like Hamza said, he only had one hideaway, so that might have paid off.
Yeah,
You.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm hearing an echo.
there was
Sorry,
just a
I don't
little
know
bit
if
of
that's on my end.
problems there. Yeah, I think your camera went out for a second there, but yeah,
Oops, sorry, everyone.
the running two dimes I think is pretty good. You can be able to just run that first one out there, not have to worry about the hideaway and do all that. I like that a lot. Was there anything else special about your list that you were running? I don't think you were on Cinderella, but staying with the Chicha.
Yes. So I debated in my mind whether to pick up the Cinderella versus Chicha, and I believe there's two lines of play that you can take with the deck. The item IRM way, and then you can switch to Chicha, preferably double Chicha, Ink, and get more cards this way, which Cindy does not allow you to have. So less flexibility, but maybe more filtering turn after turn if you have princesses. So you need to build the deck differently if you really want to run the Cinderellas.
Yeah, I also like the Cheeches more in against the Ruby Sapphire. It's just kind of unfortunate how your draws kind of stumbled on you there after the first Flabbersham being answered, just kind of not drawing a big card burst for a few turns, allowing him to then stabilize and then back and forth.
Yeah, you know what? So this is the things that you don't see in camera because I don't want to show my opponent what I'm looking at in my top four. But the card I would have drawn was always Hiram,
Oh.
and then other cards. Yeah, yeah,
Every
yeah.
time.
So luck is on my side.
Well,
I wanted to ask Hamza. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Luke.
No, go for it.
To cut you off. I wanted to ask Hamza. What did you think of Cinderella? It is a debate going back and forth for Infinity. Should the card be played in these kind of decks? Have you tested her out in Infinity too much?
So not in the items build, but I think she's phenomenal in the shark build. Just because you don't always have the Hiram on 4, and like you're playing Tala or how far will go. I think she's just a better at access because then you can play Shark on 5 and then sing how far I'll go right after.
Yeah.
I think in the items build, she's a little clunky because almost always on 4 you want to play the Hiram unless you're trying to do anything else. I think she should be played, truthfully. But I think that two reasons. One is the whole uninkable count numbers. You can go up to higher uninkables as a result of Cinderella. But two, she just provides more value of if you have another Cinderella, double trigger, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not in items, I will argue. Potentially in blue steel if they're trying to go 2-4-6. Definitely in like green blue. But I think I've been testing it out in Shark, and I think Shark makes it go wild.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're seeing like Cinderella used in similar ways currently, where you just want to like one ramp on two, play Cinderella, get to your 6-drop, and if you can get to Maui Shark earlier, that makes a ton of sense. I appreciate the insight from both players here on the deck decisions and tech decisions that you made. I think this is one of the best parts of the ICL. I know I say it all the time, and people probably rolling their eyes right now. Here goes Garrick. But like, this is a reason to watch the ICL to see this amazing gameplay and get immediate feedback and insight from some of the best players in the world. So I really appreciate both of you giving your time.
Of course, happy to.
All right, we're gonna. Well, actually, I was gonna say if each of you want to do some shout outs before we jump to the booth, and then maybe catch another match before round 2 starts. Let's start with you, Clara.
Yeah, I want to thank the team that recruited me for this season, the Sunflower Illumineer. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. So always bringing up the good energy, but yeah. Congrats to my opponent also, that did an excellent job here. And to all the viewers, thank you so much.
I guess
Thumbs
I'll
up.
go. Yeah, shout out to the Lorcana community. Y'all are the reason I do this, and how much fun we have. Shout out to my team, Luxury Gaming. I think we're trying to push for playoffs, and hopefully we're going to get there one way or the other. It's been really fun competing with all of y'all. And then shout out to my opponent, Clara, who we had a great match. I was honestly scared the entire time. I was like, if she plays any sort of creature, I am dead on board, no matter what, unless I can remove it. And then shout out to my competitive peeps. I'm looking forward to having some fun at Richmond, and hope to see all you there.
Yep, I'll be there. I think most of us will be there. But yeah, it's always fun meeting up at the DLCs. You two have a great night and great games. Thank you. Garrick, let's jump back to the booth.
And I'm back again. Garrick's back.
Tell a friend. I do believe we've actually caught up. I think all the other matches finished up, so we're just waiting on the next round. So I'm gonna get you your second round caster. Kind of a big deal, I hear. You know, he's casted at least one DLC. I don't know if have they announced who the DLC casters are for like the next few?
They have not. I've not received a phone call. Just throwing.
They haven't. Yeah, that's good. You beat me to the joke. Oh, so good. It's like they haven't called me yet.
I haven't.
There's still hope. There's still a chance. Come on.
I'll type my phone number in chat right now. Yeah. If anyone at Robin's
just to hit us up,
to reach out to me, please.
We go into an ad right as you start saying that. It's just like
you could get my Twitter DMs. I'm on Discord. keyissuesgarrick@gmail.com. Hit me up.
All right.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. It's just down the street from me.
That's awesome for you though. It's really nice to have those big events really close by.
Be able to drive, which is nice.
Speaking of events close to you, I'll let you talk about that with your co-host, and I'll be back later, maybe. Who knows? You're going to see Liam and JD in round 3, and round 2 is Garrick and JD. Bye-bye.
Yo. They got me dying over here, man. Got me out there just self-promoting. I love it, dude. Keep that energy up, dude. I also have not received a call. You know what I'm saying? My DMs are wide open.
You got a tumbleweed going through the DMs
Absolutely.
right now?
You know what? Guess what the last call I received? I think I want to get my cell phone turned off completely. Okay, guess who's calling me?
Who?
Scam likely, dude. That's the only people that ever call my number.
Yeah, same.
Phone is done. If I could just get the phone line
Phone's
cut
dry.
off, I'd do it tomorrow. We got an absolutely nice action-packed game coming around number 2, though, Gary.
Yeah, we do. I have your phone number. I'll give you a call.
Please.
Yeah, but we do have Mark Miller, NvrShift, going up against Braden, the infamous Braden, the #1 cube player in the world, people are saying.
Is that a fact?
I'm hearing that. He said he is the #1 ranked bad take haver 2 years running. I said we could give him a run for his money. Thoughts?
We're coming for the title, dude. I'm talking. If you talk about an L take, we got a stockpile of them over there on This Is Not a Podcast.
Yeah, we can go band for band with you, Braden. Anytime, hop on stream. We'll go take for take, buddy. You're not taking us down, but
actually super hot takes. But what I'm hoping for here in the ICL Infinity Week, I know that both of these Illumineers are very high on Emerald and Steel. Maybe we get the Emerald Steel mirror. I think that is a super obnoxious mirror that you can play. I know some people like it, some people don't. Put me in the don't column, but it's going to be a good time to see who gets it.
The mirror is fun. I think the mirror is fun and good. Like, I don't want to play it. Never catch me sleeving it up. But watching it, I think is fun. I think it's I think it's one of the most back and forth mirrors that you can have, at least in Infinity. If it's not a control mirror, which obviously can go back and forth, but they're different. It's just a different vibe. You know what I mean?
I like the aggro mirror. Sign me up for that. I like the Amber Steel mirror. I think
like
it's
that?
it's hilarious, man. It is hilarious to see that thing go down.
Somebody's getting smoked out like instantly.
But when they have to, like, when someone has to challenge, or like say if you're on the play, you're smoking, they turn the corner on you, you know, you got to fight back with your Nihilus with 0 and your 1 cost. You're trying to figure it out. It's a good time. It's a good vibe, man. So I'm all in on it, on the aggro
Throw
mirror.
one Lilo in there and they'll never see it coming. You'll never see me coming.
Shout out to Aiden. I think he had the 1 Lilo tech ahead of the game. Thoughts?
Ahead of the tech, ahead of 1 jump ahead of the bread line. And
yeah,
you got to stay 1 swing ahead of the sword. And I like it. Yeah.
Aladdin was kind of spitting, not gonna lie. I think he had bars for days as he's out there getting loose, busy, and active in Agrabah, trying to make it happen. But we have NvrShift is in the building. I say NvrShift. I know they don't like it, but I'm gonna keep doing it. I think NvrShift. I know it's NvrShift. I don't think they like it. I think it's NvrShift, but I've been saying NvrShift this entire time, and I'm NVR gonna go back. I think I'm gonna stick with what I've been doing. Okay. Top 32 twice at CCS main events. Let's get it. Now you just need to push through and make it to the top table and get that. Dublinski is Mark Miller. I think he is the captain of the team, if I recall correctly. I like this organization a lot. I like a lot of their players. Shout out to Moxie, shout out to Ant, shout out to Betchy, shout out to Mr. Mark Miller and the rest of the NVR crew coming in from that Central Orlando syndicate of Illumineers. They're probably all going to be at the Pro Play Game Summit this weekend. That's where I'll be. If you guys are trying to get your game on,
that's where I'll be.
You're gonna be there. Oh, you're gonna be out there taking the boost cruise though. You're gonna be vibing.
I'll see if I even play, because I might just go to the park, buddy. I might just hit park back to back.
Well, I'm gonna be there as well. And like I said, talking to production, we're also gonna be in Coronado Springs. Not Coronado Springs. What's the name of the place? Where are you staying?
Coronado Springs.
We're gonna be there as well. So
let's go.
Let's
link up in the lobby, or I'm gonna have words with you in the arena if I don't see you in the lobby hanging out.
I mean, I will.
Sky, Witty, and Katie.
I'll kick it with you guys. I know you guys have other plans, and I don't want to protrude. I don't want to be a protruberance.
Never.
Okay, but
never.
I definitely will come through and
you and production are going to be out there. Me, Katie, Witty, and Sky might just be your 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th wheels. We might just be tagging along with
we're gonna be Magic Kingdom bandits though. We're gonna be in the Magic Kingdom, getting loose, getting active, walking down because we've never seen it in wintertime. With the Christmas decor out.
Never. I've never either. I really want to go during fall because I'm an October Andy. I was born in October. Halloween's my favorite holiday. I would love to go do that. Let's just put DLCs down in Orlando, every DLC. That way I have an excuse to go down. But
at least in warm places, they should cut out the cold places. Okay.
Cut it out.
Yeah. I like it. Absolutely get rid of it, I think. As we are underway, Braden is going to be on the right side. Never going to shift. Mark is going to be on the left. I hope this is an Emerald and Steel. Braden with the horizontal cam. I'm a big fan of that too. Thoughts on the horizontal cam there, or the perpendicular as it may be?
I was saying that maybe next season we should highly recommend or suggest that people go with a face cam. I think it does enhance things for sure. Yeah. And then we can see the players' faces. I know we did a little test drive of that during the Questing for Charity event. I think that went really well. But, you know, we can figure out how to not have the player's face on the playmat, but have a spot for it on the screen. I know we have the technology. We can make it happen. We can rebuild them.
Yeah, we can.
So we can probably make that happen.
The only issue I can sense happening is people may not have these complicated rig setups in order to facilitate this. Everyone has a webcam on their PC
everyone's got the cam because you need a cam to see your board.
Yeah.
Everybody has to have that. That's mandatory. And then you can just use your phone as your face cam, as the great Habibi did during the Questing for Charity event. So I say no excuses unless you are rocking with the beeper, like you're out of the 1980s.
Okay.
Everyone's got a phone.
Everyone's got a phone. Indeed. I think you just gotta. Okay. I think you're right. Maybe I'm just a bleeding heart there, and just because I know technology, it might just incapacitate people. So maybe I don't know.
Can't one-shot them. We'll make a tutorial video to be fine. Step by step. I'll use my tutorial voice, or we'll get Brent to do it.
Step by step, day by day. No, nothing. Did you ever watch that show, Step by Step?
Step one.
You didn't watch Step by Step, man? It was an alright show. It was quite mid. Never mind. Step by Step was kind of mid. Full House, on the other hand.
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart.
Come on! A hand to hold on to.
I still do the cut it out. I mean, I love. I love to throw that out for people.
Get over, yeah. It's a part of my life now. Cut it out. There it is. You're done.
It out.
Hit the road, dude. Hit the stop sign. Here we go.
We're just throwing out catchphrases, baby. I got you for 3 minutes.
There's a snake in my boot.
You can do it great as Mark has somehow gained 4 lore during the altar phase. You have a great Randy Savage.
The cream rises to the top. Yeah. I was talking to my wife, Elizabeth. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. Hulk Hogan. You don't want this problem.
And check it out. Never going to stop Mark is never going to stop questing. The aggressor strategy is going to be the play of the day. Emerald and Steel Mirror is not the play.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. And this genuinely could be an issue for Mark. I feel like if there's a bad matchup in this metagame for the Amber Steel deck, it is Emerald Steel discard. I'll tell you why.
I gotta know why.
Ursula, just if she sings anything, it's over. Let's take a look at the hand. And then if a Muses gets established, you're bouncing. Like if Muses hits the board, you're done for. And that's just, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Going first is going to help. Braden missing his Diablo shift line is going to help. But now he knows that, but you have double Nala, which is pretty good with ladies.
Yeah, this is,
so
I'm listening.
Game 1 might be over, but I'm telling you, it's not a bad matchup for Emerald.
So you're saying Braden has lines here, but I'm looking at this game. I'm looking at as you're describing what is to befall Mark. I'm looking at this board and I'm seeing the story. There's a dock in hand as well. I'm seeing the tail, and it looks like it is actually old as time. As the Ursula, Deceiver of all, side by side with the Deceiver, looking good.
If Muses comes down next turn, if Muses hits the board next turn, and Braden has a song, he
never doesn't dock into strength right here. It's a 0% chance he does not do this. I take it straight to the bank right now. Put a point on it. He will play dock. He will draw strength right here. Take it straight to the bank. Here it is.
Not good enough.
Take it to the bank. Lady's about to sing it. Oh, dang. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Don't take it to the bank.
Okay, this is a lot of lore. A whole lot of lore.
This is looking great for never gonna stop Mark. who has quested super duper aggressively. This Amber Steel aggro
okay, we're
deck
at
might be the best
17.
deck in this format, Garrett.
I've been saying it's an amazing deck. We are at 17. But if a Muses hits the board and there's double strength that can be sung by this Ursula, Deceiver of All. Okay, no Muses. We have Storm. Storm's not quite as good. We're gonna hit the Lady. And a Nala. So now we can challenge into the Nala with the Ursula, but Braden's like, yeah, let's move on. But imagine, just imagine.
I'm with you.
If Muses hit the board there, come on.
Clearing, bouncing, getting loose, getting busy,
just
getting active.
Single dock on the other side of the board. So there are lines, but when Amber Steel does that, it's hard for any deck to beat it. So
right. Especially on the play. We mentioned the play draw disparity in core constructed all the time, but in Infinity, I think it might be a bit more egregious, especially with this super over the top, extremely dynamic aggro deck that is played. You add Lady and you add Nala to Piglet and Daisy. Actually, forget about it. Good luck. Good luck. See you never, pal. You're done. And there's not a lot of plays you can make to get around that. I think Gravisaurus might need to start getting work back in. I really do think it's going to be that much of a problem, as this is an issue.
I still hope it's great by the time Indianapolis rolls around, because if I'm not casting that, if I don't get the phone call, I'm playing Amber Steel. I'm getting in and out in 10 minutes max. I'm gonna be eating snacks, chilling, hanging out. I'm not gonna be doing Ruby, Sapphire, Steel, back and forth, going to time every game, using my brain too much, overthinking, getting frustrated. Nah, we're turning them and burning them.
You're taking it right to the thin town. And maybe Braden, I know Braden has the capability to do some research and do some diagnosis on decks that he believes his adversary could be playing. And maybe he thought that it was on a little bit of a mirror match, because that's what I thought, because Mark has had success playing Emerald and Steel strategies in the past. So why not go back to your roots, which is the most typical thing that people can do. Mark switches it up, so maybe that affected the alter that Braden had, and potentially that could be what it was. He didn't have the 1-cost Diablo to really get a chance to peep the hand early, or the shift Diablo to be able to draw some more cards and get evasive and put that 2 strength onto the board. So that kind of was a very, very terrible showing. Everything that could have gone wrong basically went wrong for Braden in that scenario, where Mark just wants to run it back. What does Braden need to do there as the Amber Steel mainstay here? What does Braden need to do to kind of not allow that to happen again on the play?
I'm telling you, just play Muses and you're fine.
Yeah.
Like Muses, and don't run out of songs. If you run out of songs, then Muses is doing nothing. But this in my opinion, I think is the toughest matchup for the Amber Steel deck. And like we saw, it's not unwinnable. It's just the toughest matchup, in my opinion.
You're slamming Ursula DOA into Muses, and you're rocking out
and not losing. And we missed Diablo again. We don't have it.
Dang. Okay, Braden's not in tune with the strategy, as the Rapunzel is going to go down to the Inkwell for a Daisy Duck who has presented herself. That's 2 lore. Braden seems unfettered by the 1 cost.
We're passing on 2. That's not what you want to do. Again,
we still can go DOA into Muses. You said that's the way. That seems like a vibrational resonance here. And then sing a song. Maybe even you start rinsing this hand a little bit with a little bit of Sunshine. The Mowgli is kind of nasty.
So we do have it. We do have a big Diablo. We have Goof. We have Storm. And we don't talk about Bruno. So Mowgli does not get to make the decision. Braden gets to make the decision. We will get rid of that card. I think sending a Goliath into hand is a nifty way to send that into the Inkwell immediately and put that onto the board. Now we are in a pretty decent position. And we're going to be able to double sing this.
Max as well. Max is another pretty interesting little piece of kit in this with your Muses. It goes along very well with the Muses to continue to have a never-ending song barrage, as you can Muse, bounce the Max. Ursula, Muses, Max together seems like a Infinity style wombo combo that you just can't lose from there. How do you beat that if you're Amber Steel?
You don't.
You're just done?
Weird, you just cooked. I mean, if
No, but
the,
the song goes to the deck, so it can't. It's not an endless loop. So I guess that
yeah,
is
yeah,
a little.
yeah,
But you can
that is
just play it once, those two, and just kind of keep Mad Maxing it as well. I don't
Deceiver
know.
goes in the hand off the Daisy Duck trigger. It's really, really good for Brayden to not see songs go to the bottom. So Daisy is helping Brayden get closer to those songs currently, hurting Mark by not hitting them. We do have a Storm. We're going to throw 2 onto the Ursula. I like that.
Just to weaken her a little bit so she can't engage in fisticuffs in the event that she were able to do that. But if the octopus is swinging, you're probably winning that game, as history tells. We are going to continue to hit another ballot, and it is the Strength of Raging Fire, or excuse me, Storm Rage On. Double sing it, hitting the Daisy.
Find another, we can save our Ursula, which may be worth, but right now Brayden is in a great position, staring down just a single Mowgli. We're going to put a Pete onto the board. Interesting
Pete
going for Pete, but Pete battles the board a little bit better than things like Diablo Inks. The Space Pirate, though.
Now, that's an interesting maneuver there, putting the Space Pirate Pete down into the Inkwell with that Pete available for that shift. Like you said, Pete being up, maybe he's not stopping all of the actions or anything like that, but just having that 3/3 stat line in this position, not the worst case. He can start to engage in fisticuffs, take down this Mowgli if you were able to quest, but probably going to see a trade in with this Mowgli into that Ursula Deceiver, and there he goes, sacrificing his body and taking down his octopus with roaring fashion. Rip roaring Mowgli, taking down the octopus. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the one lore is nice, but what's nicer is getting rid of something that can sing 2 removal songs in the same turn. So
Great.
I agree with that. I mean, notably, we did see Mark play nothing on the last turn in terms of characters, and we're going for a tempo Rapunzel, so that's not necessarily what you want to see. I was thinking maybe Mark played the Let the Storm Rage On to make the trade on this turn, which he does end up doing, and also avoiding like 2 other characters getting hit by that. But it could just be a disgusting hand on the side of Mark with a Dock Storm Fire the Cannons Daisy maneuver here. But you can empty the hand next turn, dock, and keep things pushing. So not the worst thing in the world.
I concur. I concur. Seeing that the future is lining up, Brayden now with perfect information, realizing you have a little bit of time to establish some more characters to the board. Maybe you're really hanging on to that Max Goof that you have. I don't believe he inked it. I think he's still holding on to it in order to maybe get another song into the discard so you can start looping that. I think you're going for that Muse Max Goof play. And I think from that position, you're going to be very, very comfortable. Tell me about this Rapunzel, though. Do you think it's time for her to come back?
I love Rapunzel. I mean, I was talking about it with Luke in the first match. I want more ways to draw cards in other color combinations that aren't Amethyst. I think Rapunzel was obviously one of the best. If you were playing an Amber deck and you weren't playing 4 Rapunzels, you were kind of trolling a little bit. That's how good the card was, but that's how desperate these other color combinations are for a little bit of card draw. I don't think we should monopolize it all in one color. So I'd love to see Rapunzel get a little bit of a reprint.
I think it'd be time. I think she's going to come back with a glorious return, as we are going to play that Pete. So we are jamming up that Fire the Cannon that is in hand, and also a potential flood into a Strength of Raging Fire has also been neutralized by this play of Pete into a Pete turn. So now another very awkward turn inbound from Never Gonna Stop Mark, who has to just deploy this Daisy Duck and probably not engage in fisticuffs. Or you can play this dock and kick. Did we kick here?
No, we didn't. So that
maintained.
Makes me think there's another one sitting in hand with that Fire the Cannon. So just a tempo dock right now. Brayden hasn't done much discarding. And by hasn't done much, I would say has done absolutely none. Except that Ursula did hit a Let the Storm Rage On, to be fair.
We have not even seen a copy of Prince John and or Sudden Chill. We know that there's a Max Goof in hand with the Ursula Deceiver and double Pete akimbo. We have the Japanese Ursula Deceiver as well. So that is cool as the shift is in. Ooh, this is problematic there for Never Gonna Stop Mark now, who has to deal with this 5/5 quest for 2 resisted space pirate. Notably, not a captain. Kind of insane.
Yeah, not a captain is crazy. That card should be a captain. What are we doing? But yeah, this card's about to wreak havoc on the opposite side of the board, but we do get a Nala out with the dock, which is pretty good. Maybe if Braden is unable to find removal cards, you can build a wide enough board to just full send in 2 turns, essentially. Emerald Steel, typically not the best deck at battling back and challenging, but we see the 3/3 Pete out there, and of course the Space Pirate, which is amazing at battling the board. So Braden going with a little bit of a different look here, some sturdier characters.
Yeah, and I think this is a time where I think you need to start deploying some of those songs. And there is the Thanos. You called it. The muses are on the board now. So the timeline is happening. Maybe Braden has saved a medley of songs as well for these muses to sing, to start resetting some of these characters that that Never Gonna Stop Mark has established. So this is where the game happens. Proclaimer of Heroes on the board right now. Did we sing a song? I don't think a song has been revealed. So there is okay. And we are going to send that Daisy Duck back to hand. And now we have another one. Another song is being sang. We are going to put 2 damage onto, I believe, one of those docks, I want to say, or where did we put that 2 damage on?
The Rapunzel went to hand off the strength. We got rid of the Daisy Duck. Storm should have put 2 damage on something, but
or one of the docks, maybe. Oh, he's trying to not get Rapunzel value. Yeah.
Right. He could have also, I guess, just targeted Nala and returned her to hands.
Okay. Makes sense. Just because
I forget the Rapunzel issues.
Yeah. In these days, you can't just leave 2 damage hanging out, because Rapunzel will come, and there she is right on time. You just sent it back to the hand, I believe, so you knew it was there. That'd be kind of a crazy maneuver, a gambit, if you will, if you were to put 2 damage just to give your opponent 2 cards.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely something you don't want to be doing. We have not been in our Rapunzel bag for a while, but Max Goof is going to start recurring these powerful songs from the discard pile, and we are going to sing Strength of Raging Fire, cleanly remove the Rapunzel. We can choose to bounce something. We are going to go with our own Max Goof.
Goodness.
That is something you can do, and now, like you said, we can kind of start that infinite loop. It's not necessarily infinite, but we're going to get at least 2 songs back from that discard pile with the Proclaimers of Heroes and Max combination. And now we've assembled the lock, and Amber Steel simply cannot break out of it.
And we're going to slam this Rhino Power Hamster. He's on the board now. So Rhino being able to try to resist some of these cards, but as it currently stands, the Max Goof is coming back. Strength of Raging Fire is in the discard, and then you're going to get that Rhino blasted here next turn while sending your character back to hand. So maybe if you got a Pete, would have been nice. Max Goof is being shown.
Yeah, I mean, this game is over. Mark can't win. I hate to say it, it is over. And this was what I was talking about in game number 1. If you're able to assemble this muses plus songs that you can play every turn, the Amber Steel deck, they can't come back from it. It's just not possible. As Nala's going to come down, this Rhino's going to get strength. She's going to get bounced right back, and it's just going to keep happening. It's just going to keep happening.
And the Rhino there is looking like a tanky target. We got that 4. Here is the Max Goof, Strength of Raging Fire returning to the hand, and there's the Pete, just like he drew it up. The Strength of Raging Fire is redeployed, and this is an endless loop. Like, this can continue to happen because Max Goof, he's on the screen right now. He says he did not bounce the Goof,
but he could have another one.
Yeah. That was a piece. Okay, so he needed to bounce that knowledge just to keep that lore off the board. I don't hate it. But like I said, maybe he's setting up for another, or maybe he's got the shift max goof as well. Oh my goodness, can you imagine if we go shift max
That's
goof
possible.
here too?
Yeah, and start singing those songs from the discard pile immediately as we have double Nala coming out. That's pretty scary. Again, Braden needs to have songs. He knows this, so not bouncing back the max goof could have been for a reason, like you said, could have the shift or another one.
And we are still at 4 ink. I believe it's going to be a shift 4 for this max goof if it were to happen. And never mind, it's just going to be another max goof. And now we can continue the assault. We have the Pete Space Pirate being able to slam one of these docks for sure. Strength of Raging Fire is going to come on through. Blast Nala, bounce the max goof here.
Yep.
Yeah. And now Pete takes down the dock, it appears. That's 1 damage coming back. You can also quest the rest of these glimmers, get them moving.
We're going to remove the other dock for sure, and now we can quest these for 3.
I like the sequencing there. You almost, I probably would have misplayed there as I would have challenged first, and then my Pete would have locked me out of singing, and I'd look like a big goofball. So good sequence there from Braden, who knows his cards very well, because I would have messed that up 100%. Holy moly, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. It'd be better if you had a second
mind, your opponent. It's just your
Nala
opponent.
out there,
Again, your opponent can sing. My bad.
That Nala is just going to get challenged down. So while the Pete is going to stop max goof shenanigans from happening right now, it's not really doing much because you have no board to protect right now. We are just going to go ahead and get the song back for next turn because why not? We can get rid of this Nala pretty easily if we'd like, and then we can quest with our. I'd say just go for.
Leave the muses around though.
Yeah,
and maybe
muses for sure.
And maybe you need to keep your strength value quite high too. So maybe keep.
You can play around Rapunzel, I guess, again if you're really afraid of that. But right now you're not. You have another Strength of Raging Fire in your hand. You can bounce your max goof and get your Strength of Raging Fire again next turn. Like Braden just playing it safe, which is fair.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you necessarily need to. I think you just let it rip. Like I said 5 turns ago, it's over.
Yeah, and that's great. Muses, I forget how broken muses were. It's like not even a limit. Usually like, hey, cost 3 or less, or cost 2 or less, or something like that. It's anybody at any time on either side. That is just too much freedom. We need guardrails out here, game designers, as the questing is going all Braden here. Game is on board. Never going to stop. Mark is going to need a miracle here, as we're going to be going to the all-important game number 3. So just like you said in the preamble, Garrick, it went exactly the way that you wanted to for Braden. We got those muses involved. The max goof muse situation seems incredibly powerful, and Mark is going to have to completely reassess. What does he need to do now for Mark? You're back on the play. Is it just gas, make him have it and hope?
Yeah. Exactly. All gas, no brakes. Amuses comes down. That's when Pete is your best friend. Mowgli is your best friend. If you're able to chain those after like an explosive start, you can stop this deck from assembling that lock, which completely just like the game is not unplayable for you, but it is just unwinnable. And we saw it right there. There was nothing that Mark could do to get out of that realistically, unless you were able to go like Mowgli. But even then, you're going to eventually have to turn your characters sideways to get lore. And then we have Pete Space Pirate out there that can challenge easily. You have the other Pete that can challenge easily. Or eventually Braden is going to find another song. Or Max Goof is just going to get them back, right? So you could play the game, sure. You couldn't win the game though, and that's the difference.
Maybe I ought to be interested in looking at Braden's deck. I wonder if he's playing cards like Prince John, and I'm assuming Sudden Chill seems like it's a card that he certainly would be playing in his deck. But we haven't seen any Prince Johns thus far. Maybe he just hasn't drawn those aspects of the deck just yet. Maybe get into a discard play. So we can talk about that. If Braden can even just execute some semblance of a discard before you can get to that complete board flood dock situation, maybe that's a viable way to win this game as well, as the Amber and Steel strategy can kind of gas out a little bit. They do have Rapunzel to refill. They have that Dr. Bolt Knight to refill. But if they can get rinsed early, that could be a vibe too for Braden. So as on the draw, maybe you can try to set your lock back up. But if Mark comes out the way he came out in game number 1, I don't think there's anything you can do. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, that's definitely a really tough opener to deal with, and makes it a lot harder to assemble said lock. But yeah, maybe Braden isn't running the discard package. I mean, those are cheap songs that help out things like your muses, but you don't really need to draw cards with Prince John when you have muses max goof in a single song, because you can just draw the card, the exact card you want every single turn, which is the card that's in your discard pile, with the max goof infinitely. But we do have the predictions up.
Yeah, if you got the confidence, Garrett, who you putting your money on? Who you want to throw it on? I think I'm gonna throw a little bit on Mark, dude. I think Mark,
I just threw 100 in.
100?
I threw 100 in on Braden, and I'll tell you right now, I got 1.3K. So people didn't believe me when I said that this is not a great matchup for Amber Steel. They saw game 1 and they were like, Garrett doesn't know what he's talking about. Bet the farm on Mark. And then Mark didn't get to play the game for 10 straight turns. So yeah, we can get active here. Mark is on the play, everybody. Let's keep that in mind. Mark on the play can just go Daisy, Nala, Lady Nala, like he did in game number 1, and end this thing before it even gets started. But to be fair, Braden did not find the Diablo shift line in either of those 2 games, so it is a close match here with the Amber Steel deck on the play.
I should take my money back. I just put 1,000 on Mark here, 1,000 of wonder credits on Mark, because like I said, of just what it can do going first. This deck is just super obnoxious. I think it can come out, hit the gas pedal, and just storm the gate. So I put a K on it, and maybe that might be good enough, but I thought I was going to be getting the unders there. I thought I was going to be getting some gambling lines. I didn't get any lines. We are the majority here, so I'm going to be losing that spread, as the Daisy Duck inking Smee is a sign of life here for Mark, as that is a pretty robust turn number 2.
We have it. There it is. All right, now we can take a look here. Make your predictions while you can see Mark's hand really quickly before it's over. It's over. We have Piglet, Smee, Doc, Rapunzel, and Pete. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the hand for Mark. So pretty fast, explosive start here. We do have the Piglet, but if we shift, what was that? Storm
Rage on.
I was just about to say, if we shift Sing Storm onto the Piglet, that might just be over. But now it's going to be a lot tougher for Braden to accomplish. A Morph is going to come down onto the board. Let's keep in mind that the Pete Space Pirate can shift onto that. But
the Space Goo,
Diablo.
That's another card I think I'm super fascinated by. He definitely should be returned to Disney.
I wish the Goo was reprinted in Fable. That felt like a no-brainer to me, but what do I know? It's just a super unique card that enables a bunch of different decks and makes Floodborns better overall. I say, bring it back. Are we going to see the Pete here? We do. I think that is pretty smart on the side of Mark. We're going to quest in for 5 and send a Goliath into our hand.
Goliath is super duper unplayable in this situation. I mean, he is the immediate quintessential land in this entire matchup. You see that guy? You chunk him into the inkwell almost immediately. Braden does agree, as we're going to throw out that DOA. It can get loose now. The Morph the Space Goo will tribute himself to take down this Poo Piglet Pirate, and now you have this Deceiver of All. You are under the whimsical effects of Pete for now, but next turn you can get a chance, and there he is.
Gift.
The Devoted Herald. For the first time in forever, we see the Raven out.
In the first time in forever. But we haven't missed Diablo himself, because every Diablo that is printed is a meta staple for some reason. Oh, Mowgli here is big.
Ooh.
Heffalumps and Woobles. Okay, nice. But we do have 3 songs. Hold the phone. This could be nasty next turn. And Braden gets to choose here. Mowgli doesn't get the choice.
And we're thinking about it. Maybe we're thinking about kicking the strength here.
Yeah, get rid of the strength. I like that.
I don't hate it. I think both of those cards representing some draw. And the Fire
the cannons, though. Hold on. That's huge. Brayden was
FTC,
banking
if there
on
was
singing there with Diablo.
Imagine if that thing could have taken down this Ursula DOA here in this
Whew.
spot, but now she's going to get a chance to get this ballot off, get you some cards, and clear one of your characters. This card also probably could come back if you keep Storm Rage on, or Strength of Raging Storm.
You got it, bro.
Let the Storm Rage on, okay?
Boom.
If we can keep Storm out,
Yeah.
Ursula DOA can come back.
Yeah.
I think she can come back. I think she's totally fine to be back. And here it is. We are going to go ahead and get that double sing off Daisy Duck. No, it's going to be the game's referee is going to get sent to the discard pile.
Cannot lose this Ursula for free right now. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances can she be removed like that. We are going to use Heffalumps and Woozles. Draw a card here.
Yeah, and allowing that Daisy not to quest, slowing down Mark a little
There's
bit.
Sudden Chill. And
the
what is it?
rinse.
Was that a
It
dog?
That was a dog, the Bolt Knight. That was the last
Ooh.
card in hand, I believe, from the peep. And this right here is a victory style position for Brayden as the corner is being turned. And I'm looking at my $1,000 slowly start to drain as we are continuing to establish more lore. Did that Daisy Duck quest? Or is Heffalumps and Woozle challenge your quest? I'm an idiot.
I believe it is Quest.
I'm calling the judge.
Yeah, that should not be questing. And now we've revealed the Sudden Chill. So
I'm
we'll
calling the
see
judge.
what.
How they're going to reverse that if they can, because that Heffalumps and Woozles says your
Cannot quest.
Chosen character cannot quest. Okay, so Daisy Duck was chosen character. She cannot quest. And there you go. She did it anyway. I think Daisy just does not care is what her name should be. Daisy Duck, Donald Date, I don't care. I'm doing what I want to do.
So what we are doing here is we saw the Sudden Chill off the Daisy, which was something that should not have been revealed. The judge determined that Brayden should put that card back into his deck and shuffle it. But we did put that Let the Storm Rage On at the bottom with our Ursula Deceiver of All. So we had to remove that from the deck before shuffling.
Yeah.
Ooh, there should be 2 storms at the bottom.
That's right. Daisy, yeah, because Daisy quested earlier, revealed Storm, it went to the bottom. That's right.
True. So there should be 2 Let the Storm Rage Ons at the bottom. The judges did hear that, so we are going to find that second storm. Good call. And I don't think anything malicious is going on here. There's just a lot happening and a lot to remember here and a lot to think about. So 2 storms at the bottom, 2 more available in the deck if Brayden is running the full course meal there.
I would only assume that you would be. The Storm is going to rage on at 4 copies per deck. We're just talking it through. The players just trying to make sure everyone's on the same sheet of music as we are rocking and rolling. The Ursula Deceiver hanging out tough. Daisy was not allowed to quest. I believe, was that lore extracted from the scoreboard, though, as the final piece of this puzzle to get this thing back to its correct game state.
Yep. I don't... Yeah, 11, I believe, is correct. Yes.
Okay. And we
we
shout out to Warbot.
are singing, I would assume here, the third storm.
Going to the bottom.
Double Daisy is what we are going to do for the damage there. Draw 2 cards. I'm telling you, Ursula Deceiver of All is a problem for this deck, but now 3 storms at the bottom and a strength in the discard. Let's take a look at the hand. Just kidding. There's no hand to look at. We'll look at the palms as Pete is going to come down, a card that can get up and active and challenging.
And there is another lady, and you're just about to try to leg it out. I think the leg it out strat is a strat that a lot of people don't do enough. I think people try to get too cutesy with it. And sometimes you just got to grip it and rip it, man. Just try to get that lore when you can't. You're going to lose your board. Leg it out again. Just keep running the race, and hopefully it's good enough. And maybe your deck will support you in this endeavor. You'll get a dock, change it together, get a couple more cards, leg it out some more. So I think Mark is fully committed with a put it on the board and quest. What's going to end up happening? You'll draw Strength of Raging Fire, and you'll probably lose immediately.
Yeah. I agree with you. Get the lore while you have it available.
Yeah, send it. Absolutely send it. and Mark is in full send it mode. Braden, recognizes that. Is just going to try to keep clearing characters, and maybe you can outvalue your opponent. This is another great value situation. A challenging Diablo getting a plus value. Ursula, DOA, is going to take
Or strength.
What a turn.
Like you called it. There it is. And now Braden can start gaining some lore. And a Prince John is going to hit the board. We are going to draw a card with Diablo. Nala's pretty good off the top. That'll get you to 17 if we don't have an answer for it.
You love to not see. I believe Max Goof is going to be limited to. I think there's a storm in the discard as well. You hate to see the Goofinator come through here in this spot, as that would be able to. No, it's at the bottom of the deck because they got Ursula.
There's a
Never
sudden
mind.
chill in there. Wait, no, he discarded a Strength of Raging Fire to Mowgli.
Ah, that's very
There
true.
is a strength in there.
Oh my goodness!
going
Didn't know
to
he just sent that strength to the bottom of the deck too. With the didn't know is a different one. He had
There's
another
a different
strength.
one. Mowgli hit it at the beginning of the game, right?
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
believe there is a strength, a Zeus, and a sudden chill in the discard. 1 strength, 3 storms at the bottom, and we do have the max goof. And we grab something, Heffalumps and Woozles.
Ah, and we will send it to the bottom of the deck just to cycle 2 more cards. And now Nala notably cannot quest as well. So we are just playing this value train engine of doom, and the questing continues for Braden, who is moving on up the lore total, now comfortably nestled at 6, staring down a Nala who cannot quest, who cannot challenge, just is a being in the universe. Pete is kind of good.
Pete's not bad. Pete's not bad. You can still win the race. It's going to be tough, but you can squeak over the finish line here. Potentially, what we have 3, 4, 5, 6. So Braden will go to 12. That's not a 2-turn clock. We need to establish 2 more lore.
You need to get to
Morph.
There's no burst in this strategy, right? There's no way that you can shift or represent any type of additional lore, correct? Maybe unless you're playing Darling Deer.
I mean, it would just be Rhino shift Rhino.
Right.
But no Rhino on the board right now. Braden inked a morph, electing to take that back, as is his right as a Disney Lorcana player. We are going to quest out here.
And really putting the clamps onto Mark now, and we just deploy the morph, I think, or Prince John as it may be, representing a little bit more lore, and the morph coming through. So that morph can be anything. Even that beast that just went down to Inkwell.
And that's what I was just saying. You did need to establish more lore onto the board to get a game time situation here.
4, 5, 6.
We have
7,
9 on
8,
board.
9. Yeah, this is looking great. You can't clear 2 characters at all unless you have a nice timely song to go with your position here. And even if you did, the song has to be strength. You can clear something with the strength. Pete is challenging the Prince John. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we are going to be able to quest with that Nala for a total of 3. So we have game on board for Mark now.
Yep.
But you have a lot of shift lines available here with Morph and the Pete Space Pirate. Maybe you can find a shift and walk out of here.
A Beast Tragic Hero get inked there for Braden on the last turn.
So maybe if you got another beast here, you play that Morph. So surely you probably kept that beast as a shift and win right now. Or not.
Muses could be another max goof. No, we have our own muses here. If this is a song. Oh, we do have the shift.
Then we're questing, and the game is over.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, hold. Are we BM? What are we doing here? Let's see what's going on. Wait, let's count. Let's make sure.
That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so Braden is BM, I suppose, as he is going to enter
Braden
into the challenge
sees
mode.
that he has game here.
I think Braden is just BM. I think he knows he has game. He's trying to send a message to the NvrShift player. No, he's trying to send a message. I don't hate it. Sometimes you just got to send a message, okay? And we can ask him in the post game interview if that's something that he did on purpose, or is he trying? He just might have just forgot, okay? Because that is something that maybe that is what happened.
If I'm Mark there, I'm like, you can win.
Just- and that is still going to be a GG. I don't think there's you had to get it done, but
are we going to get into interviews? We have 15 minutes here. We can get into another game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I will meet you there, G-Dog.
I am on my way.
All right.
Braden, would you like to explain yourself? What's with the BM at the end of the game?
All right.
Oh, with the I just been figuring that out right now.
Yeah.
I thought when I counted the prior turn, I thought I thought he had to quest out for me to have lethal, so I just didn't even check. Like I literally counted out. I went 1, 2. Okay, I quest for 6 here. I need 8 more, and then I counted it out. I was like, oh, I have to shift beast, and I still need the PJ. So I just miscounted. I literally like set it up, and then he killed the PJ, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't have lethal. It's fine. I have what I need. It's embarrassing.
No, it's not embarrassing. We're still good. It's not, as long as it's not intentional BM, man. We don't mind. I'm joking, by the way.
I'm just a moron. I mean, that's.
But,
I literally was like, that prior turn with the morph ink, I was like, oh wait, why am I making this morph? I can just set up lethal next turn, and I literally just miscounted.
Yeah, it happens. So congratulations on your victory, man. You came out and got it done. Mark came out rip roaring in game number 1, but you established your game plan in game number 2 and number 3. But what I'd like to know is this is Infinity Week, and we're going to have an Infinity DLC here at the end of the year. But can you just talk about your strategy? What are some of the new cards, if any, that you're playing? We're talking Fabled and beyond, and how have those cards been working into your deck for this strat? Just tell us about your deck.
Mark, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. Yeah, so basically at the last DLC, I ran Steel Song aggro, and I did extremely well with it. I went 7-0 in the little side Infinity event, so I was feeling super confident with the deck. The deck is crazy strong when it just does exactly what it wants to do. Unfortunately, I only got to do that in the first game. The third game, I think, it was really that sudden chill. Like if I would have just gotten the dock, it would have been fine. And then as far as iterations for Fable, the only change, or for what's new, the only change right now is Mowgli being in the deck instead of Penny. That was the only real adjustment I made, just to give me a little bit more protection from some of the big problems for me, which are songs. Unfortunately, Mowgli doesn't get to choose the song, which Braden definitely punished me for today. So it was like, man, if there was just 1 or 2, it would have been fine. But him having 3 quality songs was just a little too much for me to overtake him.
Okay. That's kind of what we observed there. And we were talking about how powerful music can be, especially when you have a ton of songs. And then when Braden hits you set up with this Max Goof, Muses, Wombo combo, Super Thanos lock, man, it just seems like it's an overwhelming obstacle to get out of from your perspective.
Yeah.
But Braden, tell us about your strat too. What cards are you playing, and what is your overall feeling in this matchup?
Yeah, I'm playing a list. I was in the same tournament Mark was in. I went X1. My only loss was to Ambersteel, and it was a game where I had no songs in the top. Well, I lost game 1, basically the same thing. You just like get run over, and then you have to win the next 2. And then usually I can, but in the loss I had in the event, I didn't see a song in the top 20 cards on my deck in the third game, and so I just lost. Yeah, so you need songs, and Max Goof helps you get those songs back so you can play them over and over again. The really common thing that happens is you like shift Diablo on 2, you play Ursula on 3, and then on 4 you pick up the song you discarded with Diablo to sing it with Ursula. So you kind of like, that's like kind of insane if you think about it. Like one of the weaknesses the deck has sometimes, like you kind of get choked on like discarding the song to get the Ursula song. Max Goof just like solves all of that by being a 4-cost card that fixes it. And then I'm on 2 Goliath, with the idea being like, it's like Beyond the Horizon against like the super greedy blue steel decks. You can kind of get them down to a reasonable number of cards if they don't have like a Zeus Bolt, because usually you can keep them from having a super wide board, so they can't like strength it easily. But yeah, unless they have Zeus Bolt, they have to go back down to 2 cards, and kind of you then get to start playing the game you want to play against them. And then also it's like Beyond the Horizon, except it's inkable. And I'm sure you saw like every single game that I just inked Beyond the Horizon. It ink Goliath, and if it was Beyond the Horizon, I would have lost. So like that's like a huge deal. So
You run 4 Goliath?
No, I run 2. I just got kind of
Yeah.
unlucky and just keep drawing them.
Okay.
I wouldn't want 4. I think it's like
Yeah, I
the
don't
4th
think so
beast
either.
and like I don't know, like the 4th max goof basically for these 2. And like
Yeah.
I think like you don't want to draw like 3 max goofs. It's really brutal because they just keep coming back to hand anyway.
Okay. But are you playing a pretty rigid discard package? Because we didn't see too much discard. We did see that sudden chill. We did see the one Prince John or 2 Prince Johns, I believe. Are you playing max of those cards? Is that one of your priorities that you're
I'm
trying
on
to get
4
to, or are you trying to
sudden
play more
chill.
board control?
I'm on 4 sudden chill, but I can't think of if I'm missing anything else like that discards. But yeah, it's like this is definitely a discard deck. You're just like
Mhm.
double singing it. Like if you double sing sudden chill with Ursula, it's like better than almost any discard card in the game, basically. So I have 4. We don't talk about Bruno. That's like a really good discard card because your
Sure.
beasts and Pete's can sing it and it triggers your PJs. So it's like weird. Like I'm a resource restriction deck, and so I have all the discard stuff. And like you don't need as much discard if every max goof is just a sudden chill, you know?
Right. Makes sense.
So like if you're just getting back your sudden, like a lot of times in this deck, you like sing sudden chill, max goof, give up the sudden chill, sing it again, and that's like enough against like a lot of decks.
Yeah. I think Hypnotize was the other one people were playing, but that card seems not great in this
Yeah,
situation.
it's like just kind of like
Shift
if you
is
think
the
about
other
it,
one.
Hypnotize and Max Goof are like kind of the same, except Max Goof costs one more and you get a singer instead of the card. But like the singer is really good and you can bounce it to your hand, so it's like you get to replay your Hypnotizes over and over again. So yes, I think it's really good.
Right on. I like the deck.
Yeah.
I like the
It's an
strategy.
awesome
It
deck
seems
for sure. Yeah.
It seems I was shocked, Mark. I thought you'd be on an Emerald Steel deck. I know you played Emerald Steel
I
a
love it.
lot last
I
season as
know.
well. So I thought we were gonna get a nice treat for a mirror match, but you're on the Amber Steel. We got Garrick here, who's an Amber Steel main as well. He believes it's the strongest deck in the meta. What do you guys think about the Amber Steel deck in this Infinity format?
I'm with Garrick. I think it is the strongest deck just because the lines are so consistent. And like he has to get pretty good combination of cards to do the super powerful stuff in his, and mine just is going to do the pretty powerful thing. It may not be the ultra powerful thing, but it'll always be pretty powerful. And I think that puts it in a really good spot. Maybe a blue steel, like an item heavy list, might still be
Mhm.
the best, but I don't know. I feel like if the aggro deck just is really hard for that deck to deal with. So I'm a huge fan of Amber Steel aggro right now. I think it's still really well positioned.
I think it's really good. I'll get on my. I just want to get on my green steel soapbox for a sec. I think Emerald Steel is like the deck that gets the least influenced by what you're playing against generally. Like a lot of the decks that aren't Amber Steel or Blue Steel, you like are good into one of them. And I think Green Steel is like not necessarily good into either, but like if it's like a 48% or whatever, you're like 48% into both, which feels kind of nice. It feels like you always have game. And then if their deck is like not built to like get around muses, either version of the deck, like if there's a version of Blue Steel that's super into Cindy's and Hiram's, like you're better into that than Scrooges and Bells, but obviously they probably do that. But yeah, I like Green Steel a lot.
Yeah, I think both decks are incredibly powerful, and the really cool thing about Infinity is you can make a case for most of the decks that are being played right now to be like, this is the best deck, and it's not like anything has zero game into something else. I think that Emerald Steel is probably the worst matchup for the Amber Steel deck. Like if just a Muses comes down, it's really hard to get over that unless you're already at like 17.
Yep.
But obviously Amber Steel can beat it. So it's just really cool, the intricacies in the way that the format is constantly developing, because we get to keep all the cards forever and we're always adding new ones that, like the Max Goof or the Nalas or the Mowglis, that add these cool little wrinkles into already like super juice decks because sets 1 through 4 were so insane. So really appreciate the insight from both players, but yeah, Infinity feels like it's wide open, but like not at the same time. Because if you're really good at the deck you play, you feel like you're unbeatable in this format.
Yeah, I
would
think that's definitely
agree.
true.
Yep. I think there's a lot of good parity. Like sometimes, yeah, some decks just go into their crazy powerful loops, and it can feel like, why in the world am I playing this deck? It must be so bad. Like Braden had me in game 2, but yeah, I mean, if you play enough, you kind of realize that there's a lot of the times where that's not going to happen for them, or you're just going to start so strong that what they do isn't even going to matter. So yeah, it's a really good format. I've been really happy every time I've played it. I'm a big enjoyer.
Yeah.
The invalidation. The invalidation meta continues to reign on. But gentlemen, as always, as Garrick stated, man, this is a great opportunity to see some really cool, unique strategies. Infinity Weekend is coming up for everyone at home that may be watching, and these might be 2 strategies that you may not have been thinking of. Now they're on your radar. You saw some great play from some great help from some great players playing some great decks. So maybe you can get that and take it out and get your Infinity Weekend on. But gentlemen, as we prepare to go on to a next game, we're gonna throw some shout outs as we often do. We'll start with you, Mark, and then we'll kick it over to Braden, who has secured the 2-0 victory here. The Loungers are moving up into the rankings here in the ICL, trying to go back-to-back playoff appearances. I think they got what it takes. But Mark, the floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out to the team. Thank you for all the work that you do trying to get us prepared every week to play. Thanks to the ICL for having us as always, and the casters for doing such a great job covering and showcasing the people in the ICL. And then I got to shout out my family above all else, my wife and kids, who continue to let me pour as much time into my hobby as they do. I really love and appreciate them very much.
Right on. Right on, right on. Hopefully, I'll see you this weekend at PPG. I know it's gonna be in your neck of the woods, so
Yeah,
maybe.
unfortunately, it's a family weekend. I just
Mm,
went to Houston for the
okay,
Riftbound tournament, so I got to take a little bit of time with the family for December
right on,
now.
right on, right on, right on. Totally understandable, totally understandable. But maybe next time I'll rendezvous with
Absolutely.
the
We'll
NVR
see
crew
each other at DLC Richmond for sure.
for sure. For sure, for sure. But Braden coming through with the Emerald Steel, getting it done in a pretty nice fashion. 2-0 victory for the Loungers. Any thoughts, any remarks? The shout out floor is yours. Take it away.
Yeah, shout out to the Loungers. I appreciate especially Franz. Oh my God, Franz and oh my God, I'm just like spewing. Josh for helping take over the team a little bit. I really appreciate it. And shout out to all the Green Steel players out there. You don't have to be well liked to be good at Green Steel. Like, that's what they always say.
Mm.
People hate Green Steel players. That's all. So yeah, thanks to ICL. It's been really fun. Is this the last week? I guess.
I think this might be
Before the
playoffs.
playoffs.
before the playoffs. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, so it's been really fun, and I like the new format. And so thank you to Wonderland, and thank you to the casters, and thank you all for making it great.
Absolutely. And thank you guys for coming through and playing and sharing your time. We can't do it without you all. And with that, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye here and hop back into the booth and set up for the next round. But gentlemen, you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see
You
you
too.
on the next time.
Take care.
Oh, right. Oh.
I'm back in the booth, back and better than ever. And before I get out of here, I would just like to say what a pleasure it is to be here in the ICL every single week. Some of the best gameplay you're ever going to see. Love Infinity. Didn't think I would love it as much as I do, but I can't not get enough. I'm addicted to Infinity. So I'm going to be locked in, laser focused, watching the next match as we have 2 of the best to ever do it in Disney Lorcana. Okay,
Wait, you want to stick
maybe
around?
there's still more people. If there's more people, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Never mind, he says. Like I was saying before I was interrupted by Luke Wonderland, amazing production. You're about to see 2 of the best to ever do it. Liam from the Illumineers and JDZ Quest, 2 DLC casters, 2 Worlds casters. Give it up for them. And you have the final match of the regular season coming up live and direct here on the ICL. Enjoy your Infinity Weekend, everybody, and I will see you next week.
Peace out, Garrick. It was nice to see you. And hello, Liam. Is he frozen? I thought you were frozen.
That's the classic stream trick, right? Like Is he frozen or is he there? Yeah. Good to see you, JD. And Garrick, thanks for that lovely introduction. That was so nice. Garrick's the nicest. Yeah. Oh, you did. It legit faked me out. It legit faked me out. I was like, oh man.
I know. I did it too. There you go, Liam. But I enjoyed the show this weekend at Charlie's. It was so good to see you there, and I can't wait to see you again this weekend in Orlando for the Pro Play Games Summit. And then hopefully we'll be at Richmond as well, man. And are you excited for Infinity Week though? Are you playing? You're not playing? Obviously, gonna be with me.
Yeah.
We should bring some Infinity decks and play it there, and make our own Infinity Weekend. Thoughts?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, honestly, what Infinity Week for me is grabbing the deck from like 3 sets ago that I've had sleeved up over there and haven't touched for a while, and just like carrying that in. But that would be fun. We should. We should do that. Yeah.
I'll see if I can make some.
So, well, I was gonna say, or do it. So full disclosure, folks. Usually when we go to these events, JD is an incredible person and brings like a bajillion decks, and I show up and I'm like, I forgot my deck, and then JD gives me all his decks to play. In at the last PPG, there was like an opportunity to play on stream, and they were like, Liam, go grab a deck and play JD, and I was like, I don't have a deck, and JD was like, don't worry, I've got like 8 and they're all great. Which one do you want? And it was so fun. So,
but when you say great, you mean super bad and very off meta and probably may fail to function. Okay, that is my typical play pattern when I'm out there trying to get my game on, as I often do. But Liam, we have an actual knockdown drag out battle coming your way, because for the first time in recorded ICL history, we have a father versus son. And let me tell you something, Liam, this is a grudge match, okay? They have some words for each other, as the senior is coming after the junior and seeing who can come out on top in a winner-take-all knockdown drag-out restand versus Freedom Gaming to see who's the best team in the South Florida region. This is a great one, Liam.
Oh, this is fantastic. I was not aware of that history. Who won the first one?
I believe they have not played. Okay,
they
just had some bitter word. They did not play.
Oh, okay.
This is for in this event tonight. I don't know what their record is. I think they're 1-1. I want to say maybe they're 2-0. We could probably get that graphic popped up here soon to see what their actual standings are. And this is round number 3 that we're going into. Excellent. But they haven't played before. They were on the same team. Mikey left to go to a different team, and now the dad has some issues with him every time he does an interview. It's all tongue in cheek. It's very funny, and I'm just making hype about. It's not serious, obviously, but it's just for fun. As it is just super hilarious though. So I love it. I'm excited to see how this comes out, as the winner is going to have some words for the loser on Christmas time. We'll see how that goes.
I know. Oh, by the way, I meant to, before we get started, I meant to ask. I'm sitting here. I'm in my Christmas top. I'm enjoying my holiday eggnog. Do you enjoy the holiday season? Do you JDZ Fest?
Jingle bells. I like that. Illumineers are rolling down my cheeks as I am laughing super hard. I like that.
Did you just come up with that?
I did.
Right there, so good.
No.
Okay.
That was good. I do enjoy a little bit of holiday season. I have my rabble rousing and my revelries that I like to engage in. A little bit of Christmas tree decorations. Some songs we'll be saying. No caroling though. I think that's we don't do that. I don't want to annoy anybody.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't want to be out there caroling. I don't think. Maybe I'll try. I've never tried it, but I could just imagine that would be very annoying for someone to look out my window and see me out there singing my Christmas ballads in their front yard. I think they'd be quite annoying.
Probably. I don't know. Like, what do you do when carolers show up to door and they're because it feels ungracious to say like, hey, I'm like halfway through like Love Is Blind right now, and I got to finish this before I've got like 30 minutes to finish this before I go to bed. So if you could like, one round of Jingle Bells and that's it. It would be good.
I think the one time I've ever engaged with carolers, I kind of like look at them, and I nod and like, and then hopefully it's just one or two quick Jodies and they're out of there. I think that's what I'm hoping for. But a lot of times they want to go through the whole set list. I'm like, look, dude, enough. Let's scram, okay? Christmas spirit's going out the window there. I would think. Hopefully, I don't know.
That's fair. I'm probably the same. Although I appreciate all of you carolers out there. I appreciate you. Like I appreciate what you do for other people.
Somebody's going to need that, Liam. Somebody's going to need a nice carol. Somebody wants that, but not me. Maybe
that's
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing. Is we're ushering you to the the houses of people who would appreciate your singing more. Are you caroler fans? Chat. Is anybody a caroler? Like anybody in chat? Have you participated in the caroling giving
the
Carol.
revelries. I don't know which one to call it, but shout out to you. I think you're right. I think you got to give much love to the carolers. But I know we got Mikey in the building, and I know he plays a little bit of Sapphire Amethyst, and I know we have Michael Maloof Senior is in the building, and I believe he is going to be playing some Ruby Sapphire, if I recall correctly. I got to go through my thought vault and remember some of their things that they did back in those days. But I'd be interested to see if they switch it up here. And it is currently one. Yeah, this is 1-1, Liam. Winner take all.
Oh man,
I don't know what their overall records are. I know both of these teams are close. I think they're close enough to making it into the postseason. So we got father versus son, winner take all, loser go home, rights for the best team in Southern Florida, and here it is. I'm ready for it. I don't know if the players are ready, but I'm for sure ready.
That's crazy. It's a regional rivalry too. Like in soccer, this is what you call a derby. In case you were wondering, any soccer fans out there? Yeah.
Okay,
I will say, so interesting, if I could, since we're waiting for a second, I see that Hazed, Mikey, took first in Miami TCG Con, which would have been a tournament, I think, 2 years ago, because last year, well, they ran a smaller one last year, but it might have been 2 years ago, where they ran a fantastic tournament. This year, they're doing another big event. If you're going to Richmond, if you're not going to Richmond, you couldn't get tickets. The weekend afterwards in Miami, the 17th and 18th, Miami TCG Con, there will be a Pro Play Games will be running a tournament there. There'll be 12 Lorcana artists, or in excess of 10 Lorcana artists, some awesome voice actors. You should check it out. You should come on down. So put it in your calendar and win like Mikey, and then you can add it to your little card like that there.
The weekend after Richmond, I'm going to be on the other coast. I'm going to be on the West Coast. The West Coast is the best coast. I'm going to the Collectors Expo. Is doing another Lorcana tournament down there. And I want to be a part of that, I believe. So I would love to come to TCG Con. I've never been to TCG Con. I wish I could make it, but I'm a West Coast guy, man. We need more West Coast stuff. We need more West Coast stank. There's not enough West Coast love. Everything's on the East Coast and in the South. As we're still waiting, you guys are not missing any action. I promise you. We're just having some technological indifferences. So you guys are hanging out with Liam, JDZ, as we're rocking and rolling with the program.
I would do this all night. I would just hang out and chat with you. And with all of you in the chat, who's out there today? I got Solo Falcons in the chat. We got Max Goof cards, Ghosty TCGs. I've never caroled nor been caroled too. That's fair.
Okay.
Where do you live? Maybe we can fix that.
I would love to. I would love to get like an Uber style service for carolers to send them to people's houses, and maybe they can make some extra cash. Like maybe I'd do that. I'd say, hey man, $30, go carol at this guy's house for 15 minutes. Maybe you can make that happen.
It's like swatting, but fun. But
you can't be mad. Like you can't be mad. Like you can't. Like if someone you look out your window. Oh, holy night, the skies are falling shining. You're like, oh, come on, man. I got caroled. Why?
I'll tell you what. Like, if somebody showed up and did, I know this is so cliche for like what we're doing here, but like if somebody showed up and sang like Eye to Eye or like some sort of Disney song, I would be there for it. If somebody came up and could do like a Jeremy Irons impression and did like a solid like, be prepared at my front door.
Impromptu without any type of word. No.
Yeah.
I think it'd be. I love it. I love it.
Mikey is advertising Miami TCG Con for me. Do you see that playmat? That's from last year. I can tell because it has the logo on it. And this was the prize for the winner. It is sketched and signed by close to 20 Lorcana artists.
Wow.
And that was the top prize for the tournament there. So
did he win? Did Mikey win?
Yeah. He won.
That is impressive. That is so cool.
Yeah, so come on. So if you're on the West Coast and go to Collectors Expo and hang out with JD, if you're on the East Coast and that's too far, come out to Miami TCG Con.
Or go to both. I mean, just do a Naruto ninjutsu doppelganger technique and just split your atoms and go to both of these events.
If somebody goes to both, if somebody throws down and goes to both of these events in the same weekend, I don't know what I'm gonna do for him, but there's something maybe I got to give you a booster box or something. That's a challenge. That's Anyway.
I'm down. That'd be crazy. It's just 3,000, 4,000 miles. That's a lot of flying, and I love the game, but that seems a bit like a bit much as we are underway here. Momentum, aka Mikey Hayes. No, excuse me, Mr. Michael. We're going to say Michael and Mikey. Mikey is going to be the son. Michael will be the dad. We'll say.
All right.
Momentum.
All right, I can do that. Hey, so as we get going here, full disclosure, I have been so focused on like Charlie's and like getting ready for PPG and thinking about Richmond that I have not focused on Infinity like at all.
Okay.
So I'm super excited to explore this. I've been watching. I've seen a little bit, but I haven't played much of it. So I'm really excited to explore this match tonight. And this is gonna be such a flashback because I haven't seen some of these cards for months. So
let me tell you,
this
if you
is
haven't
fun.
had a chance to see some Infinity, I was able to call some games yesterday, and we did an Infinity event a while ago too. It's like a trip down memory lane. It all comes back. You've done this before. There are a few new cards that get splashed in, and when someone's really cooking, they can kind of throw you for a loop there, where they're trying to go with it. And it's like a little journey that we go on here together in the ICL. So it's fun. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully they're playing some really cool decks and some unique strategies, or we get a Ruby Sapphire mirror match and we sit here for the next 15 hours and grind this thing into a halt, which is still going to be a vibe either way. So that could potentially be what is going to befall us, as I'm not sure who's going to be on the play.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Look at that. So also, as chat's pointing out, shout out to Mattified. That mat on the right is foiled. They do this with official playmat, so kudos to Craig for what they did there. Super cool.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I finally got me a Mattified mat, and I feel like I arrived. I have one.
Oh, well, I need one still, but here we are. It is a popsicle on one side, so it looks like that Ruby Sapphire premonition that you had is paying off here. I haven't seen that card in a minute.
It could be Ruby Sapphire, but I'm telling you, I think Mikey's a Blurple main. I would be surprised if he doesn't show up with it, but never mind. We have Amber is going to be the color for momentum here. I was wrong. I thought we have a little bit of a mirror situation. Automatic might be. Oh, and it's Dumbo.
Oh, it is. Oh, you're right. Okay, you called it. It is. And we're hitting that ramp on 2. That's what you want to do. So it's off to the races here.
But maybe we'll follow that up with a little bell here to pop this popsicle. The Jafar.
Hold the phone. What are we doing here?
Hold up.
Hold on.
I'm sure Michael Sr. does not want to see that Jafar action. So we can Jafar draw a ton of cards, and maybe we can get exerted. Are you on the Monstro Jafar, Liam? Is that what we're doing here?
I don't know, but I'm super excited to see it. Here's the fun thing: like, if you're looking to surprise your opponent, like in the ICL, and like spring a surprise deck on them with it, like if they're in the same house, do you think there were some shenanigans going on where they were like scouting out like what's going on?
Yeah, over Thanksgiving break or something for sure. They're probably like, hey, what are you playing? What are you playing? What do you got going on? Give me your secrets.
What are you working in there? Like looking through the boxes to see what cards are missing, Jafar's out at home, I don't know.
So I don't know, but right. I think Michael Sr. though is just going to try to disregard everything that is happening, and we're going to bring these Pooh Piglet Pirates in. We have the Cinderella on 1, and we're able to quest as the McDuck Manor slams on curve, just trying to gain some residual lore. But I'm telling you, Liam, maybe that's a part of the strategy. You have the Jafar, you can bring out the Monstro the well, you move Monstro into the location, exert the Jafar, draw your whole deck, and just immediately win. Is that what we're doing here? Potentially, but it might be too slow. Look at this board, Liam.
It might be too slow. That would be bonkers, but here we are with that lady coming on 3, cheating out that Daisy for free, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lore on the board. My goodness, is there a faster start?
Maybe if you throw some Nala's in there or something like that, maybe Nala can speed it up a little bit, but I don't think so. I think this is just quintessential speed. Maybe replace that Cindy with another Daisy Duck potentially to get a little bit faster. But this is just a really, really obnoxious start, as we got the Detective Genie is in the deck. 4/7 quest for 2. Vanilla is out here getting active.
Great stats, and I love that. Hey, can you show me what that does? Are they playing in the same house? Like, are they in different rooms? Like, I have to know. I have questions.
That would have been really nice for an ICO first if we have 2 competitors playing at the same table and we just got one joint cam. That would be really, really cool. But I think they might live separately. I'm not sure. Okay. I think they might live separate, but they just are in the same region. They could be at the same house, which would be super hilarious. As Pete is down now, you are representing another huge quest. Maybe we have lamp tactics as well, and that Genie will work well with that lamp.
That's true. I'd love to see it. Couple damage going down. All right. So this is a classic stackable little damage counter. We're going to see Rapunzel clean that up. You love to see it. Don't
you miss it, Liam?
I do. I didn't think I did until it was gone, right? Like, absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? But there's that Rapunzel coming down, probably the only card draw in this deck, and all the way up to 12, and that's game on board right now.
We did get to the Madam Mim Fox though, so you do have the ability to clear at least 2 characters off this board next turn. Unless you have maybe another Fox, you can do a double Fox turn, clear 3 characters off the board. That will be a nice use of your resources. We'll set you back in a bit of tempo, but it's
I would love
probably
to
your
see
only
double
line
Fox.
here.
Oh, I'd love to see a double Fox. That'd make me so happy. I legit forgot Fox existed till you just said it. So there you go. I'm so it's amazing.
That's crazy.
All right, yeah. So let's see. Genie will go cracking in here to someone, and yeah, I'm sure if he has the Fox, I'm sure we'll see the Fox. And
I think you're in a position where you just have to clear as much off the board as possible every single turn. And there is that Genie who is going to be taking down that Pooh Piglet Pirate. That's the most lore available. Not the greatest stats. The Madam and Fox probably going to have to get geared up here and put into combat mode unless Mikey has another plan to engage with this board a bit. I think you got to get after this lady for sure, just to get that singer off the board as well. Never mind, the lamp tactics have arrived, and there is the lamp. Maybe you got a Jafar to come through.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out here, because again, the board is very oppressive right now, and that's not game on board yet, but it's pretty darn close.
Yeah, I think with the with the Genie, I think you can bounce something, right? Since you have that Genie up. If that's what you want to do, just because you have to slow down a bit, and then the Madam and Fox is going to come on through to be able to clear another character.
Yeah, that's good work. It's fantastic. Yeah, you called it. Popsicle healing her up there. So we've lost the lady. We have the Daisy and the Cinderella left on board. That's 3. That feels really good. That feels really good. Now, have you got what's momentum? Mike Senior. Senior. What's his hand size? It's still decent.
Yeah, I think it's got quite a few cards in there after that Rapunzel, so he can completely rebuild, reflood, especially if you include another lady into the play. If you go Lady Nala here, you're on your way. But we're only moving 2 ink. Smee the Bumbling Mate, okay. And then another Cinderella. This one is beautiful and enchanted. Ooh, I missed the way that card looks. So good looking.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, one of the best enchanteds in the game. I know it's with the old frame, but still. 1, 2, 3. So we are rebuilding pretty quickly here. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still not game on board, but a cheeky little shift next turn would do it.
Yeah, I have to do it every time with the 6-7. I can't stop now, Liam.
I didn't know that was a thing until like a week ago, and now I've inadvertently done it like 5 times, and every time people notice.
I'm telling you, maybe when your kid gets older, you're gonna see all this, and it's gonna be something totally different in those years. But I got a middle schooler, I got a high schooler, I got a kid in college, and I'm telling you, I'm 6'7" to the max, dude. I cannot 6'7" anymore. Every time I'm like. It's almost like I'm the drooling dog. What is it? Was it Pavlov?
Pavlov's dog.
That's me. Anytime someone's 6'7", I just inadvertently I can't control it. I just automatically do it.
Hits the button and just triggers twitch a little bit.
There it is. That's me every time. Like I just literally cannot control my own body anymore.
Oh my
As we have another massive board. We need. How much ink do you have there from Mikey?
7. I think there was 6 last turn. 7 this turn, unless I missed one. So you could like loop Foxes, I guess, but you're not advancing your own board state at all, really, in that case. So, I mean, a spooky sight.
The spooky sight would be insane, and he does not have it. So the senior jumps all over the junior in this situation as he's feasting on the slowness of the Sapphire strategy. As Mikey is going to have to turn this thing around. We saw some cool cards and some cool strats coming together. Maybe you were on the draw in that game, I believe. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty confident you were on the draw there. So you had a little slower start, but man, you got to figure out a way to get out this gate faster. Maybe playing cards like Basil, maybe playing cards like Rafiki or the Royal Guard. I would like to see more aggression in the early game to help stabilize a little bit more, and then get to the Foxes, and maybe you can finish it with your OTK tactics.
Yeah, I agree. And the 4-drop Manor was also kind of a tempo killer. Great to establish early. I mean, you put a clock on the game, and if your opponent takes time out to deal with it, that's fantastic. But he's not going to be forced to do that till way later in the game. So probably not the ideal opening hand, particularly in this matchup. So I think you're right. Like a 1-drop Rafiki would have been fantastic if it's being run. The ramp into a 4-drop with some sort of board presence would have been ideal. Even that one card, like replacing the Manor with something with a little bit of the ability to go into something.
A Scrooge,
changes things.
Scrooge
A
McDuck or
Scrooge.
something. Yeah,
Absolutely.
anything. Yeah,
Would have been
just
fantastic, but
didn't have it. And
Didn't have it.
you gotta keep rolling, I guess, rolling with the punches as Mike Singer is gonna come out and just try to do that again. Hit the gas pedal, send it, and quest vigorously until complete. So we're gonna see if Mikey Hayes can slow down his old man, or he's gonna have a very lonely Christmas here. As you're never going to be able to beat these allegations, as your old man took you out back and gave you the what for and sent you on your way, pat your head and send you to school just like back in the day. You hate to see it, Mike. You got to defend yourself. This is the time for all the sons out there. Stand up and fight for your rights.
That's true. This is a generational battle. There's real stakes on the line. Yeah, but a tough matchup for him, right? Though, like, really tough matchup for him, I think.
Yeah.
So I would love to see him take this game 2 here and force a game 3. Would be awesome.
And also see more of his deck. I mean, he's got some cool cards in there and some cool strats that he's hooking up. And Mikey's always cooking. And he's one of my favorite players. I love to watch in the ICL because every time he's on the screen, you know you're going to see something cool. You know you're going to see something unique, and you know it's going to be very well played and well tuned and tested. So I enjoy him as a player. But he's got to take it to his old man right here in order to just save a little bit of face here.
I agree. I want to see that Jafar do some work. It is one of the cards in Lorcana that if I had to rank my top 10 cards in Lorcana, I think Jafar is one of them, just because I love cards that do unique or cool or fun things, and it's just such a fun card. I love to see it.
It is, and I mean, artwork is kind of clean too, and it had that beautiful enchanted. I like it, and he never, like, right at the end of the set before Fabled, he was getting his time in the sunshine. There was a viable Jafar wheel deck that was getting some momentum and getting some victories and things of that sort, but he never really was the meta, and I think he never really had his chance. So maybe you could reprint him at another time, but now you have that Monstro the Monstrous Whale combo available. I think that might be a little obnoxious, and I don't see if Mikey can pull it off if he does have access to it in the deck.
I want to see it. I want to see it so badly. Yeah, I do hope he comes back. It's classic Jafar though, right? Like, he kind of gets there, and then he gets shut down,
stopped,
right?
halted at the door.
Finally takes over the kingdom, and then
he did it to himself. He didn't have to wish to be a genie. Who's wishing to be a genie, Liam? I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Did not think that through. Did not think that through. One bit.
He threw, man. He had it.
True. That's true. That's true. Classic villain. But we're off to the races now. It's at 1-2. We have the ramp, so we're firing there. We have the 1/16th Wolf out there, Rhino, kicking over on momentum side. So things are and the shift.
The shift is in, and we have no board established here for Mikey. No characters developed just yet. You are going to that critical 4 ink turn. If you slam another mana here on 4, what are we doing? I think that's not what we're going to be hoping for as a sell into a Jafar. This is a much better 4 cosplay.
Good answer.
Should have some strength because of the cards in hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Good answer here. If and especially with the just 1 card each turn, we didn't go 1/2. That we'll have some good strength there for a little while, probably, unless momentum dumps his hand out here. And it synergizes with the lamp if we see that in another turn or two. So, good.
Yeah, and being able to draw some cards and also representing that shift. I believe that Jafar Illusionist, I think he shifts on 5. Yeah, so you can just get a shift. He is evasive. Only quest for 1 though. There's no reason this guy is questing for 1. Let's get another Lord Pip on this character. It just looks so silly that he's questing for 1. But whatever. As he's going to be able to get shifted in here, be evasive. He does, man, but he needs to shift. He needs to naturally quest for 2, I think. It's just so big. It's a 7-cost character. Lock in, Jafar.
I agree.
Have you never seen the Jafar sing A Whole New World?
And that's not the same thing. Look, I don't know if they can hear you. I'm talking to a ghost.
Okay. Disembodied. Yeah. And we did sing with Stormer Jump, followed by Lawrence. Another card, 0 on the stat line, but we'll have 4 because he's no damage. And now with that 2 damage there on that Jafar, it's a choice you can challenge in, but it's a trade now. So I think that's a trade that Mikey will be happy to take, though, unless he wants to shift. But it's a heads up play because losing that Jafar shuts down the shift, shuts down the lamp synergy. So it's doing a lot more for you than just being a body on the board. So.
Yeah, and if you do shift, you do make yourself a bit vulnerable to a strength of raging fire because that damage will kind of stay there. So if you do shift here, you got to kind of hedge your bets. If your opponent has strength, he has 2 singers available, play another character, same strength, and blow up your Jafar. That feels bad, but we are going to play this Genie in this spot. Now you have a full value lamp you can do next turn if you get so lucky to have one.
That is true. That is true. So it feels a little bit better. But to be fair, it's a slower start for momentum here, where he went wide last game. Now he's just stacking up the bodies a little bit. So only up to 2 after this turn. This definitely feels a lot better for Mikey. Inevitability in this game is with Mikey Hayes, for sure. Oh, so the longer this game goes, the better it is for him. And getting these 2 bodies on the board feels really good right now.
Yeah, I agree mightily. I think if as long as this lore stays below 10, as we do put another character in play, thinking if another one comes down as well, you have a power to take down the strength, take down that Jafar this turn. If Mikey can get that strength of that lamp next turn to really set some of your tempo back and draw some more cards, maybe that can be enough. Also, potentially get a challenge in with the Genie as well, but you can't have a song here, and we are questing, so this is a good sign of life for Mikey.
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those where it's like, I think it is the right move for momentum to quest here. I also think it's plays into Mike's. It's just the way the game has to go. I think. Let's see.
Yeah, because you could. There is
the lamp. Now you have options, right?
You can bounce that power hamster to hand if you want, and then draw some, and then you can have your Jafar be even stronger, and then run over something, but he still would get banished in that crackback, and nothing is exerted. Are you playing cards like Elsa? I think Elsa would be a nice little tool here as well at some point, to go ahead and exert some of these ready characters and run them down with the Elsa and or Genie.
I love Infinity. There's so many options. Another lamp.
Another one.
Another one.
I didn't see that coming. That's so.
I didn't either. It just kind of happened.
Oh, that's so.
I think I took that from you.
That's so good. No.
Oh, lamp bouncing.
Popsicle coming on through. Yo, I didn't even think about that. A double lamping.
I didn't think about that.
Is it once per turn? No, not once per turn. You can do it as many times as many lamps that you have.
A double lamping. It is.
Yo, that is a tempo annihilator. If I ever seen one, putting a ton of cards in hand and also increasing the strength of this Jafar. You can also popsicle heal your Jafar as well if you would like to. As you know, you got another board flood coming back. And it looks like that's what Mikey might be gearing up to do. Just heal our Jafar. And now,
thinking about it, there's good choices here. I mean, the Genie is a lot better statted, and you want it to hang around. But the Jafar does represent the shift target and enables the bounce on the lamp. Of course, I don't know how many lamps we're running. They are uninkable, so there may just be 2. I mean, you think you run more?
I'm running 4. If I'm
4?
all in, Liam. If
that's
I'm all
fair.
in, I'm all in. I like to be all the way in if that's the play that I'm going to be doing. But Mikey probably has more reps with this deck.
Yeah,
he might be playing like 2 or 3, but
they're just uninkable is the only. I don't know what the slots are like in this deck, but you might be right. Like the utility you get with both the Genie and the Jafars, and there seem to be a lot of them. If this is like an Aladdin theme deck, like I'm gonna love it. Like,
and they do curve into each other too, so you can go 4 or 5. Lamp, and that's you're drawing a ton of cards and you're resetting your opponent's board. So it's not that bad. I mean, especially playing Tipo as well, you can kind of get rid of them in time, as we have that Pooh Piglet Pirate who has returned here side by side with this Daisy Duck, staring down that Jafar and the Genie combination, hoping for not another lamp to come on through. Tamatoa, you can also play Tamatoa as well to kind of rebuy some of your lamps as well. So
that's fair point.
Another thing you can do.
That's fair point, and it's cheap enough. It's nice, man. Looping that card, drawing 2 cards off of it would feel really good.
And setting your opponent back so they can't continue to aggress you. It seems like a cool play. We are going to go ahead and shift that Rhino as well. Daisy get another quest in. What do we get? It's
nothing. Nothing. But I'll be honest, like in this matchup, the Manor is kind of a tempo killer, and I think that Mikey Hayes might not be totally bummed to see that go into the bottom. It's not probably prime ink at this point in the game, I think.
Yeah,
could be wrong.
And especially based on how it went in game number 1, I'm certain he probably doesn't want to see the McDuck Manors in this spot, as we are going to pay a little piece of 5. That's 5 ink coming through.
Is it the Elsa?
Is that Elsa? Maybe we see the 5th spirit coming on through. Check that. We want it all.
But we know there's a 5-cost card in hand now. Or a 2 and a 3 here.
We might be thinking Fox tactics potentially. Elsa.
Yeah,
Elsa
I mean,
Fox
well,
seems like a. Can you do both? How much ink do you have there? I think you're holding 6.
certainly not 9. No,
Okay.
or 8 rather. You need 8.
Yeah.
We might have 8. Might have 8
There's
now.
a manor.
There, yeah. See, so super
we-
happy that manor went to the bottom. I think.
Yeah, I can't tell how much ink he's got there. I think it might be he split it up. I still can't tell. My vision of the future is
I think
bad.
it's 8. I think when he exerted 5, there was 2 left. So
Okay.
I think it was 7, and I think he inked to 8. That's my guess.
So he might be considering our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or he could go Tamatoa into another lamp here. Could be a play. He's probably got all kind of lines. He has a ton of cards in hand. I would only assume here in this spot, and there is the Hades, the Infernal Schemer. So what 7 is what he had there. So we're going to be able to send that Power Hamster combo down to the bottom of the deck, and then we can take out the the Daisy Duck while questing with the Genie. So keeping the Genie healthy while sacrificing the Jafar. I think he prioritizes the Genie's health over the Jafar. Maybe Genie has more stats.
Yeah,
that can be
and
longer? Yeah.
well, to the stats point, like Momentum's about to dump everything on the board probably. So that Jafar, not going to be too great on the challenge. I think. No, it's cards in your hand, right? So not opponent's hand. Okay, never mind. But yeah, it is variable. It is variable. Yeah.
My bad.
So
Okay.
then there it goes. There it goes.
My bad.
So yeah, protecting that.
I thought it was for some reason I got it mixed up with Sisu. Liam, I haven't seen.
No, I did too. Like I honestly do. You don't see him play Terra much. I mean, he's set 1 and he saw some play, but not a ton. Pete coming down, blowing his whistle. There'll be no actions next turn. Although to be fair, I'm not sure there were.
We haven't seen one yet. I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe we saw Celia's Right C, I believe, much early on. But I think Mikey can get through without playing another Celia's Right C. As we get another one of those Jafars down into the Inkwell early, we're going into turn number 8. Something cool can happen on 8. I think we were talking about Elsa into Fox plays last turn. Maybe we got it this time, and there she is. The 5th Spirit is back. I love it. Glimmerfoil taking down the Singer.
Yeah, beautiful. Exerting it, challenging into the Piglet. So exerting the Elsa or the Cinderella there. We are going to heal. Oh no, bouncing with the Fox. Fox coming in. There's the Elsa Fox. You called it earlier. 1, 2, a couple rush characters. I miss Madame Mim Fox so much.
Goodness, it would be nice. Oh, can you imagine though? I don't think they can bring it back, Liam. I think it'd be
with
too
the Elsa.
Like Liam, Amethyst is eating too good already. Can you imagine? Cheshire Cat, Boost, Madame M. Fox, Bounce, cut it out. Oh my goodness, no way.
Oh no. Yeah, no. Like elephant's like fine. Like oh man. The bounce is crazy.
Because the 4 is so good too. And I think that is it's just too much.
Momentum with the dock there. Look at that.
Huge flood. This board is massive there as you continue to get tempoed out, but you're reestablishing every single turn. And Pete now, I think he might have some characters available to quest. You're at 11, so I think you can start to continue to run this race, and maybe you still can win this game, Liam. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination, as Mikey needs to continue to control this board, but just bouncing cards back to hand, they're just going to keep redeploying.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really rough spot. That dock was critical for Momentum there, getting to draw those cards, go wide like that. Really brutal. You really want to have some sort of target removal here. That'll help. The Junior Woodchuck's Guide revealed by JDZ Quest. Fantastic reveal on JD's channel. One of the best reveals since Hamster Ball. You should go watch it. If you haven't seen it.
You're still not my friend, okay? I get it. We're not friends anymore. Whatever. I'm joking.
You should totally go watch it. It's an amazing reveal. I even commented on it when you did it. It was so good. It was so good.
Okay. I know it's tough, man. I've been there, Liam. You're talking 17-hour days, 18-hour days, man. Things are gonna fall through the cracks from time to time. I will never blame you for that, okay? As we are gonna be able to clean up this board a little bit, but that's not enough maintenance, man. You got to keep swinging, as it looks like you need to take down at least another character. Pete's Games referee will fall, I would assume. I think every piece of lore is critical at this point. 4 coming back your way, getting up to 16 seems problematic. You got to stop them.
Yeah, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5. So the question here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you threaten? Like I don't just. There's no reach in Mikey's deck. That's the problem. So 1, 2, 3. Because the ideal play here, you've got him off game next turn, and if you could put enough on board that you threaten game, you've got to force him into the control roll. But there's just not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because there's no reach. That's the problem. Now, An interesting play that'll challenge in.
Unless he had unless he was representing a Jafar shift. I mean, that's like the most reach you could
Yes,
ever want.
that's
But he
fair.
just doesn't have a Jafar up right now, so he's not threatening. But in that same scenario, we have 2, 4, 5, 6 coming back and get up to 17, and now Momentum's board has
This
lost
draw
some
is
momentum
huge.
here. It's amazing.
Oh, okay. That's not awful, but it's not great. I mean, a dock would have been
4,
game over.
6. So
1, 2,
you,
3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
you
have
can
to.
get up to 4. You can get up to 16 now and hold out hope. But if you do exert your board, you will lose it all. So maybe there's some thought to maybe sticking with what you got, but then Demona hits you for everything. So I think questing out
Yeah.
is probably the correct answer.
I think you have to, because if, to your point, if you don't, sending that mana to the bottom, like great, that's so good. Sending that, like if you don't and you leave it up here, then Mikey threatens game next board, and you're gonna have to challenge in anyway. So you have to, I think, invite
Very
him.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to open it up. But this is a tough spot for Momentum. Mikey here with like one more Elsa will close this thing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Or if you have another, I think you would need another lamp and another Jafar maybe. If you could slam another Jafar, another lamp, bounce some stuff back to hand just to slow him down a bit, or maybe even a Cheshire Cat or a Bell or something like that to help clean up some of these other characters, I think would not be the worst thing either. It looks like that Genie is freeing, or we could take your approach and just quest these 2 characters here, get that 4 lore and put game on board for you and pass it back. I like that line a lot.
Yeah, I think this is, I mean, it's a great, I don't think there's any reach in this deck. Oh, we're dropping the, just for good measure.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any reach. I mean, there could be a Darling Deer, right? Or
I've seen it.
Yeah, if there is, I would, I don't know, throw my pen or
It's
something.
one of the craziest things you'll ever see, Liam. Somebody top deck a Darling Deer for game. I've seen it happen. It happened at Tacoma CCQ live before my very eyes. It was actually Disney magic incarnate.
Oh, well, let's see if he's got it here. This is it. This is it.
Wait, I don't think you can get it there unless you get like a song. And there it is. So we are going to be going to the all-important game number 3. It looks like, unless you can slam. I don't think there's enough slamming you can do, because you have those 2 Red A Princess in the back. You have the double 2 questers up front that you cannot even engage with at all. And I think this one is just going to be Jover. So we have a game number 3. Father versus son.
3 in the ICL. Match 3 for all the marbles. South Florida bragging rights. Does it get any bigger than this? I mean, maybe a DLC. But other than a DLC, does it get any bigger than this?
This is it. This is for the I mean, just the bragging rights, okay? This interview, post-game interview, they're gonna have some words to say to each other. I know, and I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, for fun, I can't reiterate enough, because Liam, sometimes I say stuff like this, and you'd be shocked how many messages I get and comments I get about, hey, you shouldn't do that because that's toxic. And I'm like, I'm joking, man.
Oh yeah.
It happens, and I'm like, I can kind of see how people who may not understand the tone, and if I say something like, oh man, they're really gonna be mad or be upset, or they're gonna talk crap or something like that, I don't really mean that. And I just want people to know that this is for fun. This is friend. These are family. These are father and son, for crying out loud. Obviously they don't mean it that way, but just to be clear, I am joking. But it's going to be a bloodbath. Okay.
Yeah. No, I do think, especially in the ICL and in the Lorcana community as a whole, like I don't know. I think the vibe is that it's fun, it's cheeky, yeah, we're all here to have a good time, and I enjoy the storyline, right? Like that's what this is all about. That's what games are about. That's what Lorcana's about. That's what these matches. It's all about storylines and stories, and that's what makes it fun. And so I appreciate you bringing that little story element to it.
For sure.
Makes me happy.
Just having like a little family rivalry, beef, father versus son. It's hilarious to me, and I think that is just so special. And also, it's very special to be able to share this hobby with your family and friends. Like your dad is playing this game with you. I think that is just so cool, man. That is so special to be able to do that and like travel with your dad, and you guys can just really sit down and just have those moments together. I think it's just incredibly special, and I'm sure they don't take that for granted. And I really am kind of envious of that they have that type of relationship. But I think Momentum doesn't care about any of that. He's trying to get to the dub, and he's trying to put his son out the pasture right here. in a good way. But I think the predictions are open. If you guys are down to wager some of your channel points,
oh, can you do that?
You can. I'm gonna throw.
I don't know how
some
to do
in.
that. I'm not smart enough to do that. Hold on, get it started.
You gotta click. You gotta click it, and then you can predict with custom amount. I'm gonna throw in 4,000. I'm putting 4,000 on the dad. Okay, I'm putting 4,000 on the dad. He's got the play. He's got the speed. I'm putting 4K in there.
You know what? I was about to bet on the dad too, but you know what? You just tilted it the other way. I am going to go for the long shot. I'm going to go for the underdog. I like the father versus son rivalry. I'm going to put 3,000 on the son.
Let's do it. I like it. A little bit of stakes. If you win, that's pretty big money, I think.
I like a good underdog.
I like it. Do it. I usually bet the under too, and the under it pays out a little bit more once you can hit time.
That's
time.
True, but I will say
the odds are significantly in Momentum's favor here, so
Yeah.
I think it's a good bet. But
you never know. Anything can happen, and like we said, you got that very obnoxious line. You can go ramp onto Jafar, Genie, Lamp, and then that will flip this tempo, I think, just like he did in that previous game. Even on the draw, I think it might be a little bit slower, but I think it's fast enough to pull off, especially when you have that Jafar being able to challenge a character and then being able to have that Genie down, and then boom, lamp, you can make it work.
Yeah.
If it happens that way.
In this scenario, I really want to see like well, that's not a one drop. A one drop character into ramp into Fox.
Whoa!
There it is! Look at that! I was like, "There's no one drop. Belle is a thing in Infinity. There she is. There is no question that her name means beauty, and in this case, beauty is a 3/3 on turn 1 for free, like for 1. Like that's super good.
It's basically for free because you did get to replace that card with Popsicle. Yeah, so I think this is a pretty good start. My bet is looking a bit off now. I forgot about Belle. I did not factor that into my arithmetic when I took that bet, Lamb.
Neither did I. And look at that friend from the other side. I love to see it played. I love that card. It's one of my favorite cards in the game. Went to the bottom, but it's in here, which I love. But now we do have that line open, so Belle's established there, and so Belle can crack in, do a little damage here. But the Fox on 3 is an option, which would clean things up. And Vanessa, kind of a slower start for Momentum. It's not a Piglet. It's not Double Daisy. So, like, it is a singer, but it's not. So the other thing, I do think you want to crack in here with that singing ability. He drops a third character, and you can sing Strength if you're running it. Why wouldn't you? To clean up that Belle. So I do think that Belle is vulnerable now.
Yeah. At the same time, I don't know if you can risk challenging in with Rapunzel's floating around, and I don't think you can even risk exerting that.
Too early for Rapunzel.
I mean, yeah, you do have but you just leave it ready. Then I guess they're not questing as the Zeus.
Boom, yeah,
the Zeus
punished.
Ouch.
Yeah, that Vanessa's too good. She's got too many songs available. I actually didn't think of Zeus. I didn't see that being run in here, but why not? There it goes. So that is particularly brutal because now the Fox line not available at all.
True. Yeah.
Because I think you would have played it there.
And no, he had
that's right.
Sail. He sailed
that's
that
right.
turn, but he didn't have it.
Yeah,
I do agree. I think that would have been a really powerful play to play on this next turn, to have Belle swing and then Fox can clear something else and boom, 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 or whatever. You're kind of feeling good. But that was a tempo annihilating Zeus. Seeing the power of Zeus. Granted, a bolt would have been just as good there, but I just forget how powerful Along Came Zeus was. Now that we see this, he hurled his Thunderbolt, not the same. 4 is definitely not 5, and it comes up. And also being able to hit locations is another sneaky thing that we are missing with that Along Came Zeus.
That's true, and I don't think we realize how powerful that is now because look, we don't see manners in the meta. We don't see all these powerful locations running around right now. The occasional library, but once somebody builds like a location focused deck, and this is brutal as well. Like we're gonna miss those Zeuses, and this seems again, it's just this might be too much.
This is just way too much questing power as we are going for a whole 5-piece chicken McNugget. That's a 6-piece right there. Ouch, baby. That's a lot of lore, and you don't get the card to boot here. There's no board clear unless you get to a Monstro the Monster as well immediately in a ton of cards in hand. I think this one might be actually just Jover in this spot. Cinderella, did she even use her unique inking ability? We have 5. That should be 5 down there. Okay, so we did ink. Going to a 6 ink play. Anything with Rush on 6.
I mean, at this point, like the Fox loop might be the best thing you can do. This will clear the Piglet. So seeing that first, let's see. We do have a Fox. That is good. So that'll help. That's probably the ideal play here. Clean up that daisy real quick. Check on over there. Clear that off. Do we have the other fox? Nope. It's a tour. For the lamp, okay.
Okay, but you got
nothing
you have no counter, no
with
homies to go with it. You got no
homies. No homies.
No homies.
No homies.
Lamp, no homies, man. That stinks. So you
Lamp,
can,
no homies.
You can. I think you. No, can you go Genie and Jafar next turn? More. Oh.
I was about to say, like, the one saving grace here is Momentum's dumped most of his hand out. He was on the play, so running kind of low, but hitting this dock here is really, really good for him. And that is awful.
That's brutal.
Just has it all, hitting everything on curve or not on curve, but like at the right time.
Optimal times, yeah.
Yeah.
And another card. Is that it to the hand? Okay, I thought that was another action going to the bottom. It looked like Ink Runner there for a second, but it's actually that new Detective Genie. Big fan of that card. 4/7, Quest for 2. Detective looks like that other Genie, but he's not. He is a new one.
Yeah.
I was playing this Genie the other day, and someone was like, "Oh, that Genie got rotated. You got to take it out of your deck." I was like, "Ha!
Joke's on you. This Genie is investigating."
He has a magnifying glass, even. Or does he?
He's got something, rather.
He's just looking. He's. There's nothing indicating that
he doesn't need a magnifying glass. If he wanted one, he could make one.
For sure. He could have the whole suit on, but he's just like, no, I'm just a guy. Nah. I'm a detective. I'm detecting, as Hades is detecting a card to send out to the Inkwell. In this case, probably looking at that Daisy Duck or that lady. Maybe even the lady here in this spot, just to keep that Daisy Duck around the quest and give you some more cards, hopefully, if that's the case. But the Daisy Duck is gone. Never mind. As the Hades could be able to swing next turn.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, you're going to have an answer here every single turn.
Oh, okay. They cannot hear you. Oh, you just said that, Luke. Okay, so if Freedom Gaming wins, they knock out the Flower Farm completely, okay? Flower Farm is out. Freedom Gaming will build themselves in. So this has got some ultimate stakes into it. The Flower Farm family is standing by watching this thing unfold as another lady is going to come on through with another 1/16 wolf to be able to protect this. No, we still will lose our questing lady in this spot, but they can see their dreams being dashed here in this exact scenario. And this one
just too much.
Over.
Just too much. And my goodness,
Monstro won't even do it. I think you need more ink. You need more ink in this spot, unfortunately. Unless you got another Elsa, you need a double Elsa. Wait, you can get an Elsa Fox. Freedom Gaming is in no matter what. But what about the Flower Farm production? Oh, so Flower Farm is out already. We didn't have to share that, man. We could have just held out hope, man. Give people a little bit more hope, Luke. Oh, my bad. I can't tell when you're talking to me, man. I can't tell when they can hear you when I can.
Yeah, that's so true. Bad. Like I don't
know. Okay.
Oh man.
This just in. Flower Farm, you had a great season, but it has come to an end. Shout out to the farm. Dang. And Mikey is going to go down here. And he did have the Pomona too, Liam. Ooh.
Yeah, just tough. I mean, what a game. By the way, it always takes me a moment to get over to the Discord room, but
I'm getting a little faster.
I'm still not enough practice, but I will just say this was a fantastic matchup here, and just Momentum just had the right cards.
I wasn't even close. I didn't even get a lore on the board. What are you
doing? The dock hitting with the empty hand, that was enough, and I think with those two things, really, really difficult to overcome for the slower deck. So tough to see, but great matches.
Right, I'll meet you over there in the Discord room. We'll start these interviews and see what these players have to say.
I'll be there in like 5 minutes.
You made the genie stuff happen.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. Gentlemen, father and son, the match of the century. I couldn't have wrote a better script. This was such a great story. I was hyping it up. I knew it was going to be action-packed. You guys did deliver. You pushed it all the way to a game number 3. Mikey, I thought the matchup was terrible. Michael, Mr. Senior, you came out and you had to put your own son down. I mean, you said you're going to do it, and you did it. And can you just talk about it really quick? You got the Amber Steel, your full aggro town, and you got it done. So first, I want to say congratulations to your team. You guys are going to be going to the postseason, I believe, based on this performance. So congratulations to you guys. And can you just tell me about your deck? I like to ask in Infinity. This is Infinity Week. Any new cards you're playing, and why are you playing this deck?
So I kept it simple. I honestly haven't tested much for Infinity, so just wanted to stick with something that I was comfortable with, that I knew, if I find the right cards, I win the game. And it's just basically a race. So it's somewhat matchup dependent, but can kind of get under a lot of decks. Wasn't sure what he was going to play. I tried to predict, and we were goofing around back and forth, to mess with each other on strategy, and I'm surprised he chose what he chose, but I know my son well enough, and I figured he was he can't help himself,
Pretty much it.
But he did make that happen. It's pretty cool to watch the lamp go, and you draw off of it and bounce something back. It's pretty neat, so I'll give him credit for that. This aggro deck's tried and true. I hate to admit I didn't put anything in from set 10.
Okay.
I'll be cooking a little bit as we get closer to some other Infinity times. I've been working a lot with set 10. I've really been trying to cook a geyser deck with green blue, and I'm very, very close. I'll just say that. Very close.
Right on.
Yeah. I took that to CCS this last weekend, and had fun with it. And I've got some ideas, so we'll be cooking that coming up. Just heads up.
Right on. And you came out and you were just blazing. In game 2, though, it didn't work out for you. You kind of got stifled a little bit. From your opinion, what do you think? What do you think went wrong in that second game?
He did what he needed to do. Got that Jafar out. I knew I had to at least start trying to knock it down so he can't shift onto it and do his Jafar magic with it. And he was still able to do some magic lamp action. And I was really looking for Zeus. Could not find it.
I honestly didn't think you were playing it. Until you hit me with it in game 3, I didn't think you were playing.
You gotta. I mean, come on, it's one of my favorite cards. Did not find that. I had 3 Rapunzels in hand. Couldn't really put damage on any of my characters because they would just die. So I did draw a dock, so went that route. It just wasn't enough. I mean, I had the ink to kind of spread, and that's the goal with this deck, is you want to just try to spread and quest. And if you don't have that, you got a little bit of defense, but not enough really to deal with once he gets some beefy characters out. You just don't have enough to deal with that, and unless you can outrace him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That matchup's horrible for me.
We know.
Honestly, so my the reason I brought this deck is kind of twofold, right? Like, so I watched a lot of the stream yesterday, and there are so many decks that just scream that to be played in Infinity. Like that they're just tried and true. You know what they're gonna do, and I just didn't want to play one of those decks. Like, I had Blue Steel set up, and I was like, do I really want to play Blue Steel today? No, I know it's good. I wanted to do something a little more fun, a little off the radar. And I do think this deck is there's probably some room. This is honestly by far the worst matchup, especially the way I built it. I cut the 4-cost Flying Genie for the 5-cost, which is, having a 4/7 is nice, but maybe having the evasive and the draw might have helped a little bit. I was not teched for this because he's been playing a lot of control decks / mid-range decks. So normally once you go mid-range or control, you never go back to aggro. But he did the full loop and came back to aggro on me.
No, he got you, man. He set you up and he knocked you down, man. He read you like a book, man. He figured you out. But I personally love the deck, man. I was fanning out super hard about it, especially when it popped off and you were able to do that really cool ultimate tempo turn when you had the genie double lantern with the Jafar. I enjoyed it. Are you playing the whale combo as well? Is that in there? Do you have access to that? Is that something that you're trying to do?
Game? Yeah. What is your end game overall?
I have the 7-cost Jafar in there. So funny enough, I was joking around with the Freedom Gaming guys yesterday. I built a Monstro kill deck with the Jafar, where you play the Luminary, the Luminary, the location, and you get a tap Jafar and Monstro, and you just win the game. As like a meme, and I was like, hey, you guys, here's what I'm playing tomorrow. And I looked at him and I was like, you know what, I kind of do want to play Jafar again. Because I've played Jafar Wheel a ton. I played Blurple Jafar, obviously, back a few sets ago. So I had the cards. I was like, I want to sing Friends with Belle. I want to play Jafar. I'm going to do it. And he sleeved up Diggy Hole, and I felt the pain.
What's the moment like when you see those first 2 turns and you see those cards go down? Like, what goes through your head? Are you like, I've made a terrible mistake?
Yeah. So honestly, the Cindy, because he played Cindy on 1, right? And I have the manners, and I was like, okay, I'm not horrible here, right? Because I can manner if this is normal Steel Song, which is what I thought he might have played, because I know he's a fan of that deck as well. And honestly, I think if he would have played normal Steel Song, I might have been okay. But when he inked and played Piglet turn 2, I was like, oh no. I was like, this is not going to be good at all. Yeah, this is not going to be good at all. But it was good. It was fun.
I was pretty clear on what I was going to play from the beginning. I don't know if it should have been a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I thought that you'd been playing enough control that you may want to try something more control-y. Yeah. But hey, it worked. Yeah. And you guys secured your spot in the playoffs.
And it did work indeed, but there was some ill. I mean, you had some words to say, Mike Senior, for your son in the previous time you were on the ICL. I mean, now that you got the victory, I mean, you can take your victory lap. Is there anything you want to say to your son now, face to face, that we're all here together, or is that you guys bury the animosity behind the woodshed there?
Yeah, I know everybody wants the tea, and they want me to put the hate out there, but I love my son very much. I really do. I truly do. I love you, Mikey, and so I'll just say that. And absolutely, I'm proud of him, and I can't continue this back and forth. This weekend I get to the CCS, and these guys present me with this macked out Mattify mat that they did. So it's hard to cast hate, man. So it's all in fun. You guys know that.
For sure.
Everybody that knows me knows that's in fun. So.
And if you watch back the stream, we were very clear that this is all just for jokes. It's just a good time. We're all having a blast. And I did also mention, man, how special that is that you're able to share this great hobby with your son. Can you just talk about that from both you guys? I want to hear from both you guys' perspective. What is that feeling like? Because I'm super jealous. Please, Mike.
Yeah, I'd love to take that one because I'm a historic card game player, right? Like I played Magic, I played Hearthstone a ton. Even as a kid, I played Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. And my dad was always working, to provide me a great life and stuff, and just never really got involved in that hobby. So to see a game that he could actually pick up and get addicted to, so he can see like what the process is like, I feel like it is the pinnacle of what this game is about. And he's getting good, which is my favorite part, right? There were times where I'd have to watch him and be like, dude, we gotta talk about this, and I'm horrible about it too. Everybody will tell me you gotta step away from him. You can't be over his shoulder like that, like telling him what's going wrong. But I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing how good he's getting at this game, and it is not a surprise at all that he beat me tonight. It's just cool to see. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but I'm proud of how far he's come in the game. I know even though he circled back to an aggro deck, it's still really cool to see.
Hey, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought I was gonna make it through a stream like without tearing up. Thanks a lot.
That got me. Oh man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Awesome.
Well, I love the story so much too, because like normally in this dynamic, what you see is, the dad who grew up playing TCGs and, is passing on the hobby to, their son, and this dynamic being the opposite is really amazing. And what you said about, your dad working hard so that you could enjoy your hobby and grow up having a great time with cards and cardboard. And now you're getting to enjoy it with him just hits me really.
Yeah.
Hits me right in the feels.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun for sure, and I know he's adopted a ton of the South Florida scene as well.
Yeah.
Which is also really cool to see how much I think they did a poll in one of our discords that has like the South Florida scene on, like who's gonna win tonight, and I think I got like 1 vote out of 100 or something. I don't know. So I think I was kind of destined here, but it's so surreal. It's just a great experience.
Absolutely, man.
Awesome.
And we at ICL, we truly appreciate everyone who comes through and playing, and you guys are two of my favorites. I told you, Mike, every time I see you play, you're always crafting a cool deck, you're always playing it very well, and I appreciate that, because like you said, you could have brought a Ruby Sapphire deck, a Sapphire Steel deck, and just kept doing what everyone else is doing, and that is cool, that is a way, but it's just not.
Yep.
It's not the vibe, man, and you always bring the vibe, and you also perform very well with it. So it's a pleasure whenever you're on the screen performing. But gentlemen, as we're starting to prepare to wrap the show, we like to end this thing with some shout outs. So as we often do, we'll start with you, Mikey. You went down tonight, but you're still a champion in my heart. Can you go ahead and give some special shout outs?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the team. Thank you for letting me play this deck tonight. I put it in the chat saying, hey, I think I'm going to play this. What do you guys think? They said, yeah, go for it. Which is really cool. Luckily we've had a pretty good season. So where we were at in the standings, I didn't think was going to change too much. So it gave me a little bit more freedom to play something like this for sure. Shout out to the Freedom Gaming guys as well. I bounce a lot. I play with all of them all the time and bounce a lot of ideas off of them as well. So it was kind of hard to not ask them about a deck choice that I had like this one tonight. But yeah, and finally, shout out to you guys. You providing us this avenue to be able to play this game and in front of other people and tell our story, right? It's cool that we get to do that, but if you didn't have this platform for us to do it, we wouldn't have that chance. And I know you guys have to sacrifice a lot of hours to be able to do this, so thanks to the judges and commentators and Luke for running all this stuff.
Absolutely. We really appreciate you guys' contribution as well. As players, we could not do it without you and all the people at home watch. So thank you so much, Mikey Jr. But we got our winner going to the playoffs, back at it again in the postseason. Mike Senior taking down his beloved son in fisticuffs in here in a dazzling fashion. We'll kick it over to you. The floor is yours. Any shout outs you want to say, take it away.
Yes, shout out first of all to my wife, and for allowing me to take some time out to do this, and also allows me to spend time with my son. And a lot of you also know Joey Automax, my son-in-law. So shout out to Joey on Freedom Gaming, and John and Brian and Solo Falcon and the rest of our team on Freedom Gaming. Shout out to South Florida community, the Lorcana community. It's a great group. Another thing that I got introduced to, just not just playing a card game, it is a community. It's a lot of fun, and I've met some people that I would hope would be friends for life. And shout out to you guys at ICL. My son said it perfect. I couldn't have said it better. It's a sacrifice for you guys to put this together and volunteer some time, and we appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. Yeah, thanks. Thank you all.
Absolutely. But gentlemen, are you guys going to be in the summit next weekend in Pro Play Games in Orlando? Is that you're there?
I'll be there.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got one of my daughters is expecting any moment. So
okay.
It's not up to you. It's up to
yeah. I know. So I kind of want to stay close, and I bought a ticket, so I'm not sure yet. I'm on the fence right now. Yeah.
Right on. If you don't make it, then that's a good reason not to make it. So I'll probably get a chance to meet you again in another time. So we'll make that happen. But again, I can't thank you guys for enough for showing up and playing. Good luck. Hopefully everything goes well for you, Mr. Senior. Grandfather,
Thank
number
you.
one. Is that?
So I have 6 grandchildren.
Mikey's shaking his head.
Oh,
Like, no,
never
no,
mind.
no.
My bad. Okay, never mind.
I have 6 grandchildren. I have 2 more on the way. Mikey's wife Sabrina is expecting, and then my youngest daughter Joey's wife is expecting. So yeah,
first grandfather to qualify for Worlds here soon.
Let's get it.
There you go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now all you gotta do now, Mikey, you gotta get your child playing, and now you can get a grandfather versus grandchild match. That could be the next round in the ICL in about 6 years. Lock it in, okay? It's
that would be great. That would be great.
All right,
Awesome.
well, gentlemen, we will go back and start to close the show, man. I want to thank you guys again so much for your participation. We're gonna hop back into the booth, say goodbye, and probably start to wrap this thing up. We will see you guys on the other side.
Sounds good.
Boom! Look at that transition. Did I make it? Oh wait.
In for this.
Oh, I made it first.
Liam beat me for the first time. Liam.
I was ready. I was rehearsing.
Okay, my computer messed me up though that time.
That's fair.
Man, what a crazy match, Liam.
Man,
you gonna start weeping. I'm gonna start weeping in here.
Like legit. Like I was like, this is great Lorcana, and then they follow it by making me like almost cry.
That's love, man.
I'm
jealous. I'm actually super envious of that. I wish I had that kind of relationship to be able to do something like that with my own dad. Maybe I should try to establish that with my kids, but they're just not having it. Okay.
Yeah, right. Give them a few years. Give them a few years.
They might come around. They might
just
come around.
Just every birthday, just include, whatever you give them for the birthday or Christmas. Like at the bottom of the box, there's just a Lorcana pack, and it's just like, oh, how'd that get in there? Oh, but we might as well open it and just,
And maybe you might get something that you like in there.
Yeah.
But on the screen, it looks like this is going to be the playoff picture. The playoffs are set. That was the last round of the Swiss portion of the tournament. Now we are in the top cut, aka the playoffs. We have NvrShift versus Ink Inc., the Incredibles versus Team Luxury, the Ink Knights versus Freedom Gaming, and the Lorcana Loungers will be locking horns with the World Class Cards organization. In that round 2, the teams that have to buy, Slab Sharks, ETB, Restand, which was Mikey's team, and SLTC. And wow, what a field. Oh my goodness, a great game.
They're all great teams. Like they're all great teams.
Yeah.
You try to look and you're like, oh, okay, who's the favorites in each matchup? And I don't. They're all good.
I think anyone can absolutely take it. There were some teams. Like I said, I think the the Flower Farm team was on the bubble there for a while, and I think they could definitely fit into this bracket. It just didn't work out for them. They didn't get enough done, and I hope that they can come back next season more improved. Notably, we have our defending and returning champions are in the bye round already, into the battlefield, trying to go back to back, which would be incredibly impressive. But that Slab Sharks team is something else, Liam. They are actually crushing this league right now.
Do you see the Canadian showdown that may be brewing up there? See that?
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be action-packed. Full Nas, don't touch that dial. That's going to go down. The Slab Sharks versus the Into the Battlefield. If they can, if they both win their round 2 match, that will be an absolute collision course. An immovable object versus an unstoppable force. Something like that.
It'd be a great game, eh?
Yeah. Get some poutine. Go get some beavers.
I tell you what, like I'm rooting for all the teams. Like if that happens, I'm gonna go full Canadian night and like I don't know. I'll buy a maple leaf. Like we'll do it up.
I will support that energy 100%. I will go full Toronto Canadian. Go to Tim Hortons.
I don't know.
I can't. I'll have time. I have time to work this thing out.
That's true. That's true. I'm sorry, you were talking about the bracket. I just got excited.
No. This is that's it. I said it. That's all I want to say. I think we got some great games. We're going to be blessed and fortunate with the matchup that we have coming into the playoffs. The playoffs should be starting possibly next week. I want to say I have to get with production on that to see if that is correct. But it might be, it might not be. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have more information for you guys there. So Liam, anything you want to say as we start to break the show down and wrap it on up?
Oh man, I don't know. All the things. I mean, I'm gonna say this guy don't say JDC gonna get the lumberjack outfit in Toronto. That's it. lumberjacks. So yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna stop. No, like just thanks again to everybody for watching, everybody involved in the production. I know that they've been thanked a number of times, but they truly deserve it. The judges, the players, everybody for showing us some great Lorcana. I mean, this is one of the best places to get top tier Lorcana throughout the week. And you get to see some of the best players going at it and some amazing storylines. So I really appreciate it. We've said it a couple times, but if you tune into PPG this weekend, you'll get to see JDZ and me commentating on some awesome Lorcana down there in Orlando. If you're going, come say hello. Make sure to hunt us down and give us a signed card that you've signed, or because we're collecting those, or I don't know, just come shake our hand because we'd love to see you. And I also have been plugging because I think it's under a lot of people's radars, or below people's radars. Miami, the weekend after Richmond. Like if you're in the area, come out. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be a bunch of artists there. I think they've just announced Baker's flying over as well.
Ooh,
so
I might have to cancel my plan to show up.
Come on over. So it'll be a great weekend, and you'll have there should be a stream as well, and so you'll have top tier Lorcana, JDZ on one coast, unless you cancel and come on over.
No, I'm already locked.
I know,
in.
committed. I know you're locked in.
I love me some Collectors Expo. Shout out to the
I know you
Collectors
do.
Expo teams.
Did a great job out there last time.
They're my people, man. We're growing this thing together. Hopefully it pops off. So I'll be on
the
West Coast. You'll be on the East Coast. It'll be a Lorcana love.
Top tier Lorcana. Bounce back and forth. Maybe we can like cross stream somehow, like pop on each other's streams during the day.
I'll do it. I'll take some time. I'll jump in. I'll always find a way.
We'll have to do it.
There's always a way.
We'll have to do it. Make it a Lorcana Saturday. Yeah, so I just want to get it on people's radars because the weekend after Richmond, it should be a great time. A lot of Lorcana artists, some great folks out there, and it'll be a good time on the East Coast. But also, if you're on the West Coast, head to Collectors Expo because I saw the coverage last year and it was top notch. And you always do fantastic work. So
thank you so much.
Last thank you. JDZ, always a pleasure. Like I love it. You bring out the best in me, and I love getting to chat with you on the ICL or wherever we run into each other.
Anytime we cross paths, Liam, is always going to be an absolute pleasure, blast, and treat. And I look forward to whatever happens in PPG in Orlando. And it's going to be a vibe this weekend. So I'll see you all there. If you're going to be there, come on through and say hello. But my fellow Illumineers, the stage has been set. The playoff bracket is done, and the ICL is going to conclude for the week. So hopefully I see you all around next time for the next episode of the ICL. Until then, ICL rolls on. Rating. Yo, let's go.
Oh, what channel? Oh, Enchanted Chatter. Yeah. All right.
Let's get it.
Hey, is that happening in 30 some odd seconds? Or are we going now?
I think we're going now.
We have a minute.
Oh,
because fun. No. Incredibles out of Dallas. So if you're looking at that team there, round one, Incredibles are out of Dallas. That is part of Courtney and Bree's community up there in Dallas. They're members of the Incredibles. So you're going to an awesome channel. And if you're not, after the ICL every Wednesday, if you're not popping over to Enchanted Chatter, what are you doing? They have a stream every Wednesday. So this is going to be great. I'm excited.
And there it is.
Happy holidays.
All right. Boom. Nailed it.
That's a treat.
Boom, 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 boom.